Campus Stadium on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, for this afternoon's RPI Football non-conference action that features the RPI Engineers hosting the Alfred Saxons. My name is Kurt Sudd. I'm here with Bob Conroy. We're going to bring you all the action live today on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. But first, before we get to the action down on the field, we'd like to cover the interview that Bob had with RPI Engineer head coach Joe King prior to today's game.
The Alfred Saxons come to town with a 5-0 record overall and a 2-0 in the Empire League. Could you tell us a little bit about them and what you consider to be their strengths?
Well, they're an outstanding football team. I mean, they're probably, either St. John Fisher or Alfred, the top teams in the East. And we played them 2 years ago, and they've got a lot of people back from that team. They have an outstanding quarterback, outstanding receivers. I mean, they're averaging 36 points a game. Do a lot of good things offensively. Defensively, they're very, very solid. I mean, they put a lot of pressure on you. This will definitely be the best team we've played thus far, and we're going to have to play very, very well to compete with them.
How are they on defense?
No, they're good. I mean, they're very athletic. They pressure you a lot. I remember 2 years ago, Jimmy Robertson was a quarterback. He got hit any number of times. We got to try and keep the pressure off Michael Herman. And I think if he gets an opportunity, he'll be able to make some plays. But, we got to give him a chance.
Am I right in saying that their quarterback, Tom Secchi, didn't he play 2 years ago?
Yeah, he was a freshman. He was a freshman. I mean, he was outstanding then. I mean, we beat him in a shootout, 34-31. But I mean, he passed for over 300 yards against us 2 years ago. Yeah, they're very balanced. I mean, their receivers all catch the ball well. I mean, they got 4 or 5 receivers that are all good, solid receivers, and then they've got 2 good running backs. A real good offensive line. I mean, the kids. Play real well together, and it's just an outstanding offense.
And we're looking at the defense. One stat here jumps out at me. This Mike Rapley has 41 tackles, including 16 unassisted. That's
yeah. I mean, he's a big play guy. I mean, he's not the only one though. I mean, they got an outstanding group, outstanding front four, a couple good linebackers, and sound in the secondary.
And how's their kicking game?
Kicking game is solid. The kickoff and extra point field goal. Their punters averaging 38 yards a punt. I mean, they've got some of the same kids running back punts and kickoffs that are their skilled kids. So, there's no real weaknesses on this team.
Oh, how about the Engineers this week, Joe? What can we expect? And are you happy the way they've played the last game against Rochester?
Yeah, I was happy the way we played against Rochester. It was the first time this year that we, looked like a halfway decent football team. I thought offensively we made some real strides. I mean, we only scored 17 points, but we controlled the ball, and that's big. I mean, you play your best defense when you're on the sideline, and offensively we did some good things, and. And defensively, obviously, we shut them out. I mean, it's not like we shut them down totally, but, we did come up and make some plays when we needed to.
The thing I find it doesn't seem like we have had the success throwing the ball down the field like we have other years, the longer pass,
Yeah, I think we probably need to do more of it, take some shots down the field, which is something that we've always been noted for. You got to have kids, to go to make those plays, and I think we have some, but I think you may see a little bit more of that this week.
How do you feel about Herman running the ball as a head coach?
Well, I think he needs to do it. I think his greatest strength is running the football, which is what he did against Rochester. I mean, he's a great equalizer. He's a big kid, and he's very athletic, and that needs to be a part of our offense.
The running back tandem, are you happy with them in general?
Yeah, I mean, they all need more touches. I mean, that's part of the problem. You got 4 kids there, and I think they're all very capable running backs. But when you're trying to rotate 4 of them in, I mean, it's hard. I mean, I think we've got to decide, who the top two guys are and give them more touches as we go along.
How about the defense, Joe? You think they've been coming along as well as you'd like them to at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we played very, very poorly against Utica. I mean, it was one of the worst games we played defensively in a number of years. Played a little better against WPI, and obviously played even better against Rochester. It's a young group. They're an inexperienced group, but I do think they're getting better.
What do you think of our chances in the league?
Well, I mean, obviously, if we can win out, I mean, we would win the league. I mean, that's it's a big task. I mean, you got to win 4 games against some of the best teams in the league, and you get 2 tough road games, you get 2 tough home games. So, I'm not thinking about that, but I mean, obviously, it's there, and hopefully it's doable.
I guess finally, Joe, our kicking game, Rensselaer's kicking game. How do you feel about that so far this year?
Well, I think it's been pretty solid. I think Peter Nilsson, has done a good job. We had a couple of field goals blocked Saturday, which, one of them maybe was his fault, the other one wasn't. I think he's an excellent kickoff kid, and I think Michael Grubbs has done a good job punting the football. I'm a little disappointed in our returns, kickoff return and punt return. That needs to be better because you're talking field position there, and I think that'll be a critical part of the game.
Coach, I want to thank you for your time and wish you a lot of luck today and the rest of the season.
Okay, Bob, my pleasure.
Thank you.
We are live with you once more here at the East Campus Stadium on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, as we're just about ready for a kickoff in today's RPI versus Alfred non-conference matchup. Kurt's up, Bob Connery on the call for you on WRPI Troy. RPI won the coin toss. They deferred their selection to the second half. RPI will be kicking off, and there goes the ball as the ball gets booted away. It's taken by Alfred at the 2-yard line. Austin Dwyer on the return to the 10, to the 15, hit and stopped at the 15-yard line. That's where Alfred will take over to start out today's play.
Big hit by number 16 for the Engineers, Dustin Schold.
Alfred comes out on offense, led by their quarterback, Tom Secchi.
This is the same young man, Kurt, that led them in that game. Rensselaer beat them a couple of years ago. He was a freshman.
He's going to be out of the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 15, they'll call it, for Alfred to start out today's action. Alfred going right to left, RPI left to right across your radio dial in this first quarter of play. And out of the shotgun on 1st down, this will be a handoff on 1st down, and it's taken by Austin Dwyer, and he's out to the 21 for a pickup of about 6 on that play.
Dwyer, real go-to guy for the Saxons. He had 422 yards coming in today with 3 TDs on 63 carries.
2nd down and 4 for Alfred at the 21-yard line. Zeke is under center. Backs in the eye, fakes the handoff, throws before he gets hit. That's complete, out to the 37, and that's a 1st down to Josh Phillips.
Big brush on the part of Justin Hasselkus on the QB, just a little short of hitting him just before that ball left.
1st and 10, Alfred at the 36-yard line. No score here, first quarter of play. Just underway, RPI versus Alfred. We'd like to thank the Rensselaer Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Backs in the eye on this 1st down play at the 36-yard line for the Alfred Saxons. Single wideouts each side. And this is a handoff. And a pickup of about 2 as Lopez loses the ball then, and RPI recovers at the 37. Lopez had about 2, lost 1, lost the ball, and RPI has it at the 37 of Alfred.
Yeah, Chris Lopez cut a little bit to his right off tackle, to his left off tackle, and the Engineers come up with a big fumble.
$13:38 to go here, first quarter of play. RPI with the ball. as Alfred commits the first turnover of today's game. We'd also like to remind you, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as long as we're sending something out over the airwaves. We're provided for you on that feed. That is WRPI.org. Herman out of the shotgun on first down. A delayed handoff. Costa's got it. Costa to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Costa to the 15 on the sidelines and out at the 10.
Nice effort by Costa on the right side of the offensive line for the Engineers. He got out wide and they led the way for him. By the way, the Saxons come in today 5-0. They've beaten Widener, Hartwick, St. Lawrence, Springfield, and Forsberg. And they are 5-0 and 2-0 in the Empire League.
Call first and goal from the 9. RPI has Herman under center. 3 wideouts bunched to the left. Costa in the backfield. McCarthy alone to the right. Herman on first down. Gives to Costa. He's caught in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Loses 3. Back to the 12. Taken down.
Number 12, Eric Rockwood, on the tackle. Read it all the way.
Ball back at the 12-yard line. RPI's offense. The course, starting quarterback is Mike Herman. The running backs listed as Matt Wood and Nick Costa. Costa's gotten the action so far in this series. Pat McCarthy, Austin Caswell, and Ray Davis are the wideouts. Brian Jones, Eric Dinarello, Joe Stens, Dan Corner, and Brandon Marshall are the line up front. RPI second and goal back at the 12-yard line. 4 wideout formation. Herman looks to throw. He goes left. That is complete to the 10 and to the 8 for Steve Burpo.
Yeah, just a little slant in for Burpo. He's come into his own this year. He's been playing quite a bit, actually. He's a sophomore he's from Saranac Lake, New York.
Good day here in Troy. It's been raining the last few days. The rain stopped early this morning, I believe, and the field looks pretty dry. It's sunny out. It's in the 50s, and there'll be a timeout called on the field. I think this is an RPI timeout.
I believe so.
Rick Champa is the referee, waiting for him to make the call.
If it's a timeout, it's going to be a 30-second one.
Well, or is this an official timeout?
It looks that way.
The referee is coming over to talk to Joe King about something. I don't know what the confusion is about.
We want to remind you folks that you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. No score here in the first quarter. 11:56 to go in the first quarter. RPI knocking on the door.
Referee announced something, couldn't hear it. The sound system may be a little off today. But I have a feeling they took a timeout off the scoreboard. That's not official. Now they'll put it back on. I don't know what this was about. RPI will not be charged with a timeout. And now the official, Rick Champa, is going over to talk to the Alfred head coach. And for those of you who want to know, that is Dave Murray in charge of Alfred. 5-0, as Bob said, coming into this game. 2-0 in the Empire 8. RPI under Joe King coming in 2-2, 1-1 in the Liberty League. Third down and goal from the 8 as we're back to action after all that is taken care of. Herman is out of the shotgun. The play clock was 40 seconds. That should have been a 25-second play clock. Doesn't really matter, though, as Herman takes the ball, rolls to his right, going towards the sidelines, hits a man, and he's forced out at the 5 as he was forced out by Nick Clark. And RPI has fourth down and goal from the 5. Looks like they will send out Peter Nilsson and the kicking unit.
Defense for the Saxons covered that very well. 3 guys over there. Stop Herman.
For RPI, Josh Keller is the holder. Nilsson will kick. He's just a little bit inside the right hash mark, right-footed kicker. This will be a 21-yard attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good, and with 11:16 left to go here in the first quarter, RPI takes a 3-0 lead.
Well, that's good. The last week, Rensselaer played. Nelson had one blocked. Coach King didn't feel it was his fault. He's very confident in him. He made one and had one blocked. So the Engineers get on the board first here against the favored Saxons. This week I was preparing preparing for the game and looking at schedules and records, and I realized, I don't know why I shouldn't have realized before, but St. Lawrence is the only team in our league with a 2-0 record. Everyone else has got at least one loss.
Everybody's got a loss. Right now, St. Lawrence is playing at Union, no score, with 13:10 to go in the first quarter over in Schenectady. We'll keep an eye on that game.
Which means the league is by far still up for grabs.
Yes, it is. At the moment, nobody controls what happens to them, except St. Lawrence. If the Union beats St. Lawrence, even they don't control what happens to them because Hobart beat Union. Actually, at that point, I think Hobart becomes the person in control to the best of their ability, with one loss also. So we're keeping an eye on what goes on over in Schenectady. St. Lawrence with an upset over Hobart a couple of weeks ago.
They get one every year, you know that? They upset one team in the league every year. Us, Union.
And the ball falls off the tee as RPI is getting ready to kick this ball away after scoring the field goal, the 21-yarder by Nielsen to put RPI up 3-0 here in the first quarter. It's homecoming weekend, but a light crowd here at the East Campus Stadium. Maybe they're all still outside at all the festivities out there.
Dwyer and McLeod back for the Saxons winning this kick.
Booted away by Nielsen. Dwyer retreats, lets the ball go into the end zone, and he'll just down it there. And Alfred will take the ball to the 20-yard line.
Nice effort by the Engineers. 11:16 to go in the first period. Quarter, sorry. It's tough working with this guy, I'm telling you.
You say period, people are going to think hockey.
Okay, I'm sure you're correct. Anyway, we want to remind you you're listening to WRPI 91.5 Troy.
At the 20-yard line, Alfred Saxons, 1st and 10. Siki under center, 3 wideouts, 1 man in the backfield for Alfred. Siki pump fakes, delayed handoff, and Dwyer gets out to the 24. Let me give you the Saxon offense. Tom Siki's the quarterback, tailback Chris Lopez, fullback Justin McCombs, although Austin Dwyer, listed number 2 as the tailback, has been getting most of the work out there. The flanker's Josh Phillips, the tight end is DJ Laughlin Pope, the split end is Ryan Thon. The line up front, Zach Morgan, Justin Messi, Jeff Vandewalker, Ryan Rusak, and Ryan DeFlavio.
Jeff McCormick in on that tackle. He's the leading tackler so far this year. I'll give you some stats on that after this play.
Saxons a 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line. Siki rolls left, looking downfield, throws, and he misses his target. Totally threw that offline to Adam Schutz.
Good coverage by Pat McCarthy. I'm sorry, by Justin Hesselberg for the Engineers. Very good coverage.
Alfred, 3rd down and 6 at the 24. Alfred in their road whites with dark blue numbers and yellow outlines on that. It's very easy to read Alfred's numbers. Out of the shotgun, multiple wideout formation, nobody in the backfield. Siki doesn't see anybody. Now he's got a man on the far side. Not enough for a first down, though. Good defensive play by Ray Pasco as he grabbed the receiver right as he got the ball, Ryan Thon, and stopped him from getting a first down.
Yeah, he was a little bit opened, and Pasco got there, and before he could move, he caught the ball, but it was thrown right to the ground.
RPI late getting the punt coverage team out there. Whistle blows. The play is dead. It never counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. RPI's got 11 guys on the field. There was no flag on the play. I think Alfred just didn't give RPI time to make the change.
They were trying to quick kick it, I think.
Yes, they were. They did kick it. It wasn't an intent to catch RPI off guard, but now they'll reset. And Alfred will boot the ball away. Kicked away by Matthew Girolmo, and it goes out of bounds as he shanks that one. Where are they going to spot the ball? 50, 49. 49 of Alfred, it goes out. Not a good kick by the Saxons. 9:54 to go here in the first quarter of play. 3-0 RPI.
Giromo is a quarterback. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 200 pounds. So you got a quarterback punting.
Like Danny White.
That's right. Engineer offense coming back on the field. Kurt, you're right. It turned out to be a pretty nice day.
It was not looking good yesterday. They were talking about showers through the afternoon, but then it changed. The storm front moved through. And we're not expecting a whole lot this afternoon in terms of rain. RPI 1st and 10 at the Saxon 49. Herman rolls right, throws towards the sidelines, and is that caught? Yes, they're going to say caught at the 38 by Burpo, 37 by Burpo. He got a leg down.
Roland O'Brien was there. Actually pretty good coverage, but it was thrown pretty well by Herman, and it was a catch, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 RPI to 37, 3-0 they lead, 9.5 to go in this first quarter of play. Herman with McCarthy alone on the right. Wood's in the backfield now instead of Costa, who ran on the first down. Pitch back to Wood. Wood left, cuts inside, and stopped after a gain of 2 to the 35.
Yeah, they read that pretty well. He didn't pick up, I don't think, any more than a yard or so. Wes Smith, first guy there for the Saxons. I think he was joined by 2 others, but he was the primary tackler.
They'll actually say Wood was stopped at the 36. 2nd and 9 RPI at that location. Starting this drive at the Alfred 49, got a first down. Now they are in 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun. Herman is back, looks over the middle, throws. He's got Burpo at the 12. He's hit once. Burpo stays on his feet, now caught from behind, and Burpo's inside the 10 to the 7 for a first down and goal for RPI.
Really nice route by Burpo, and he got hammered when he caught it, but he didn't go down. He bounced off the defender, picked up another 4 or 5 yards.
Looks like Roland O'Brien was the man who came up, got back into that play, and was able to tackle Burpo to stop a touchdown.
O'Brien has been playing a good game on defense so far for the Saxons. Number 8, he's been all over the field.
1st and 10 RPI at the Saxon 7. Actually, 1st and goal from the 7. Herman out of the shotgun with the 4 wideout formation. Burpo goes in motion towards the middle of the field. Stops when he gets near Herman. Herman takes the snap, throws. That is complete, and that's a touchdown as Herman gets it to Caswell, and RPI goes up 9-0.
Nice play by the Engineers. Little flat pass to Caswell. The young man from Texas gets 6 for the Engineers. And they go up 9-0. Getting ready for the extra point by Peter Nielsen. Josh Culler holding.
The snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it's good. So with 7:57 left to go here in the first quarter of play, RPI leads Alfred 10-0 after all those times of not being able to score last weekend against Rochester, getting down into Rochester territory. Only had 3 points until the second half of the fourth quarter. RPI able to get a touchdown now very early in the first quarter.
Well, I think people that know the quality of the players on RPI's team believe that they're not playing as well as they're capable of. And a game like today, if they could win it, would be a big lift, and I wouldn't count them on at all in this Liberty League. The Union game this year, by the way, folks, is at night.
6 o'clock in 2 weeks.
That ought to draw a crowd.
Yeah, wonderfully planned opposite the basically Union RPI game up at Lake Placid.
Oh, you're kidding. Same day?
Same day.
Oh, shit.
Top-notch planning by both schools. The ball is booted away. That was Austin Caswell kicking the ball away. To the 10, 15, 20 on the return. Dwyer stays on his feet to the 30. Dwyer still on his feet. Not for long. He stopped at the 34-yard line. That was Austin Caswell, 14 on the kickoff, correct?
Yes. Caswell, number 11, Dwyer, he is a pretty shifty back. He's quick. He cuts on a dime, and he's got a lot of speed. He looks like he's a guy who can break one pretty easily. If you give him any room at all. There's a
illegal block in the back call against Alfred. This will back them up. Alfred starting out this game badly. They are back at the 15 to start out this drive.
So far, the Engineers have taken advantage of the miscues.
A fumble by Alfred on their first possession led to a field goal, and then a shanked punt on the second possession led to an RPI touchdown. Alfred starts back at their own 15-yard line. 7:49 to go, first quarter, 10-0. RPI is on top. Handoff on first down gets nothing. That play was slow to develop. The stutter step cost the back, and
Colin King met him head on.
yeah, no gain on that one for Lopez. RPI's defense, they're out there now. Darryl Brown, Pat Harris, Cody Hendricks, and Patrick Gilreath are the line. Ray Pasco, Jeff McCormick, and Colin King are the linebackers. The cornerbacks are Kevin Frame and Nick Herrera, and the safeties are Justin Hasselkuss and Mike Kukish. Second down and 10 at the 15 for Alfred. Siki is under center, banks in the eye, single wide out to each side. Three-step drop, throw far side, bad pass. It was off target to Josh Phillips.
Josh Phillips was there, just thrown a little too far, couldn't reach it. Kind of threw out in the flat.
That brings up 3rd and 10 for the Saxons. They got a first down on their first possession, then fumbled the ball away. The second possession was 3 and out, and now they're looking at 3rd and 10 on their third possession. Siki out of the shotgun. 4 wide out formation. Looking downfield, sees nothing, now has to go left. Fakes throwing the ball up in the air, stays on his feet, back to the goal line, has some room, pass, that's complete to the 15, to the 20. Not enough for a first down. It was picked up by Dwyer, and Alfred sends out the punt team again.
Engineers picked it up. Zach Scruggs on the tackle for the Engineers. And it was Dwyer again. Dwyer's been the whole show for them.
Alfred, they'll boot the ball. This is another not-so-good kick. Goes into the sidelines, and having a brutal day is Matt Girolamo. Just shanks another one. RPI, no chance for a return. It landed about 10 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, Matt, as I told you, he's a quarterback, a sophomore from Livonia, New York. Not having the best of days so far.
Ball is spotted at the Alfred 32. You can't give anybody this good field position.
It's one of those lonely positions, like a wrestler when you're a punter, you know. Everybody sees when you're good and when you're bad.
RPI first and 10 at the Alfred 32, up 10-0 with 6:28 to go here in the first quarter of play. Need to make it count. 3 wideouts, backs on each side of Herman. To give us to Costa. Through the line, hit the second time, and stopped after he picks up 4.
Number 5, Reggie Presley, hung right onto that ankle and wouldn't let him go. He almost broke for a little bit more yardage, but Presley hung right onto him.
Alfred's defense, the line, Chris Steves, Mike Rapley, Stefan Brown, and Marcellus Jones. The linebackers are Nick Clark, Brady Bonaquisti, and Chad Peary. The safeties are Reggie Presley and Alec Courier, and the cornerbacks are Matt Mazur and Roland O'Brien. Second down and 6, ball at the 28. RPI on their third possession. They've got a field goal and a touchdown to give them the 10-0 lead as it stands right now. Herman, right before he gets hit, throws the ball complete to McCarthy, far side, stays on his feet, and he's out at the 21 for a first down.
Yeah, nice route by McCarthy. He got a little off balance just after he caught the ball. He was able to maintain the balance for another couple of yards, but had he not been off balance, I think he could have made that turn, made it to a big gain or even a TD.
First and 10, RPI at the Alfred 21, 5:20 to go here. First quarter, 10-0 RPI. Herman looks to the sidelines. Now, hands off to Costa. Costa straight ahead, gets a couple of yards. The line for RPI is getting a 2-3 yard push every time. It costs us to the 18.
Once again, Reggie Presley on the bottom of that pile. He's a safety. He's on the bottom of the pile defensively. He's really all over the field. I just noticed that freshman from the state of Florida, number 1, Colas, is in there at wideout for the Engineers. They have a lot of hope for him. Very talented young man. He's only a freshman.
2nd and 8 for RPI at the 19. Herman throws almost complete. Colas had it in his hands, and then he was pounded by Presley and lost the ball, and it's incomplete on 2nd down.
He did get nailed by Presley.
Over in Schenectady, 4:03 to go in the first quarter. Union leads St. Lawrence 7-0.
Presley's 5'9", 175.
3rd and 8 at the 19 of Alfred for RPI. Costa's in the backfield in a 4 wideout formation, 3 to the right. Herman drops straight back. Now he's going to move forward. He's got some room to the 15. Herman to the 10. Stays on his feet. Herman to the 5 and caught before he can make it to the end zone. Might have been one of the last guys. It's Nick Clark who got him. There was one other person who had a chance to stop that touchdown, but Clark stops Herman at the 5.
Yeah, Clark just kept on him from behind and caught the ankles. Otherwise, it would have been 6.
We can watch on the Jumbotron. Got him by the waist, actually.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, right arm on the waist. Keep forgetting the Jumbotron is over there. 1st and goal, RPI at the 5-yard line. 4 to go here, first quarter. RPI up 10-0. Herman will call a timeout. RPI was shifting personnel. They were down to 9 seconds on the play clock and decided to call a timeout.
Next week, we'll be bringing you the broadcast from St. Lawrence University in Canton, New York. Always a nice trip up there, except in the winter.
Yes, that's the thing. You do football. You usually go up there when it's cold but not snowy. I've been up there a lot when it's snowing. It's not a nice trip.
I made up for it, Kurt. My son went to college there.
That's not my problem.
All those trips.
Not my problem.
And he played soccer.
You could have just not visited. That's what my parents did.
I don't blame them.
One time. My parents visited me one time at college. And they got bored and left.
I got to find a couch for you here.
What? It was no problem because then you didn't have to worry about your parents showing up on Saturday while you're hungover. It was not an issue. Everybody else had to deal with that. Oh, I got to leave early Friday night. My parents are coming. I don't want to be hungover. Okay, see ya. We're going to stay and drink. Okay. 3:56 to go here. First quarter, 10-0 RPI. They've got a 1st and goal at the 5. Herman out of the shotgun on 1st down. Pump fakes. Now he'll throw. Looking in the corner for McCarthy, and he couldn't hold on to it.
Nice throw. It was a nice throw, and he tried to get it one-handed, but couldn't bring it down.
He ended up not catching it. Had he caught it, he still would not have gotten credit for it because by the time he had it against his chest, his last foot had left the end zone.
Engineers certainly dominating this first quarter.
Alfred has made 3 mistakes, the fumble and then 2 bad punts. RPI has been starting out in great field position on Alfred's side of the field every single time. Herman on 2nd down throws complete. That's to Caswell, and it's a touchdown. RPI's up 16-0.
Nice look. Caswell just did a little cut inside. Nobody was anywhere near him. And Caswell, is that his 2nd TD today?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. Sophomore wide receiver from Round Rock, Texas. It reminds me an awful lot of McCarthy. The two of them together are very, very similar wideouts.
Nilsson on for the extra point attempt. They snap the spot. The kick is good, and it's 17-0. RPI leads with 3:47 left to go here in the first quarter of play. It's been a bad first quarter for Alfred. It's been a very good first quarter for RPI.
I'm certain RPI hasn't had 17 points in the first quarter this year.
No. No, because they only scored 6 against Endicott. They scored 21 against Utica, but they scored in the second quarter one of those touchdowns.
Yeah.
And they scored only, 10 against
WPI.
WPI, and then last
17.
week 17, but 14 of those were in the fourth quarter. So no, this is the highest scoring first quarter for RPI this year.
People don't realize that Rochester game was was a very close game up until the fourth quarter.
Middle of the fourth quarter, it was 3-0.
Nothing.
It was 3-0 until the middle of the fourth quarter. That game, Rochester breaks one, and they're in the lead. I mean, that's how close that game was until the end. That drive, 7 plays, 32 yards, 2 minutes, 41 seconds, ended in the 5-yard touchdown pass.
Is that a new little mini set of bleachers up there to the right? Up on the hill?
Yes, I think so. I don't remember seeing that there before. Caswell boots the ball away. Into the end zone once again, and that'll be another touchback. I guess that's why Caswell is doing the kickoffs now.
He is quite an athlete. Very nice young man. I had him last year in study hall. He's just a good young man.
Alfred 1st and 10 at the 20. I guess that's the freebie section. They put bleachers up there so if you didn't want to pay, you could watch the game. And that's why it's full. Siki hands off. Dwyer on first down. 25. Dwyer cuts to the sidelines. 30, 35. Out at the 37. And that was close to an unnecessary roughness call.
Pat Gilreath brought him down hard. Gilreath has been getting better and better. This is his second year. He's a big young man. Yeah, he's 6'4", 240 from Baltimore.
Ball on the 37. 1st and 10, Alfred. 3:15 to go, first quarter. 17-0, RPI leads. Backs in the eye for Siki. Gives to Dwyer. Escapes one man, heads towards the line, and then smothered. No gain.
Darrell Brown got there first. He was joined by an engineer partner, but I didn't see who it was. But Darrell Brown was first guy there.
Over in Schenectady, St. Lawrence has scored to tie the game up with the extra point. It's now 7-all with 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Three wideouts for Siki. And it's a direct snap to the running back, Dwyer. He'll take it out to the 41. Picks up 4.
Reminds me, I forget which game it was, but somebody last night or the night before a game I was watching, they faked a punt on fourth down. It was really well done. Boy, it takes guts to do that when it's a tight game.
I think the best is still Hobart doing a fake punt. I think they were at their own 1 against Union a few years back. Ran a fake punt. And a snap goes over the quarterback's head. Siki races back. Ball still loose. Dwyer tries to cover it. And RPI recovers? Yes. RPI recovers at the 19.
I think it's Brown. Let's see.
Yep.
Darrell Brown?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Darrell Brown recovers at the 20, they'll call it. And Alfred comes to Troy. And what has happened to the Saxons?
You know, I just happened to be over to interview Coach King yesterday and stopped by the film room, and Darrell Brown sitting in there with freshmen explaining things to them about where to be under certain situations and so on. He's really grown up, matured, mechanical engineer. He's doing very well.
1st and 10 RPI at the Alfred 20, starting all 4 possessions in Alfred's territory. And McCarthy takes it on the end around as he cut back behind the line of scrimmage, and McCarthy's close to a first down. He's down to the 11.
McCarthy ran out of room. He couldn't cut left or right in the end there because it was nothing but bodies. But he did pick up a nice. Is that a first?
No.
Second and.
He picked up 9.
9. He is fast.
Second and. They'll say he's at the 12. 2nd down and 2. Wood is in the game now. Herman goes under center. Receivers a bunch to the right. DeGivers to Wood. He cuts left. Wood goes towards the sidelines. He's got a first down. Wood is out at the 8, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job, by the Engineers offensive line. Brian Jones. Nice block for Woody, taking that left sweep.
Ball's at the 8. First and goal, RPI. Under 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. RPI up 17-0. Herman out of the shotgun. Calls a timeout. Didn't like something. He'll timeout with 33 seconds left in the quarter.
We once again want to remind you folks that you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. I guess that, am I wrong, Kurt? At 5 o'clock today?
5 o'clock, RPI versus Bentley in hockey. We'll be covering that here on the station. See, now that's timed well. You get people, you go to the football game, you're out of the football game 3:45, 4, and then you roll into the field house for the hockey game. That's timed well. 2 weeks from today, the hockey game's timed poorly. RPI plays Union in Lake Placid at 4, and then the football game here is at 6. That was timed poorly because you can't be at both. That's simply not happening. Plus, the hockey game may roll into the football game. I'm not sure what the planning was on that one, but I think there was a miscue someplace.
The only thing I can think of is that the thought probably was that we'd be so far ahead of Union in Lake Placid.
Oh, my
by
God.
that time.
Herman on first down, throws to Caswell, near side, dives, and he's got the pylon. That's a touchdown, RPI.
Caswell is all over today. He's just open. Herman's hitting him. That's 3 TDs for Caswell and 2 very good kickoffs that didn't get run back at all. Look at he dives for that pylon, makes it in. Look at that jumbotron, as Kurt mentioned earlier.
Nilsson's kick is up, and that is good once again. He's been perfect today, a field goal and 3 extra points. And RPI leads 24-0 with 27 and change left to go here in the first quarter of play. I'm not sure anybody saw this one coming.
It's amazing. I mean, like I said earlier, this game's got a long way to go, but if Rensselaer can win a game like this, an upset, and pick up a big win, it's really going to help their mindset. And with the league up for grabs, anything can happen.
3 plays, 20 yards, minute 18 on the drive, an 8-yard touchdown pass, Herman to Caswell. The third connection between those two today has RPI up 24-0. And Alfred, this has been a lousy trip so far. Yes, RPI's played well, but Alfred's been giving them great field position with 2 fumbles and 2 muffed punts. It's windy out there, so Caswell gets a holder for the kick. The wind is with RPI right now. It's generally blowing south. Caswell boots it. Taken at the 2-yard line. Heading the other way is McLeod as he's upended at the 23.
Number 16 for the Engineers, Dustin Scholl, nailed him.
And the Saxons need to get something going. Or at least, if they don't, put RPI on RPI's side of the field. At least do that. It has been a miserable day for Alfred. Alfred's got too many minutes. Nope, they're okay. First down, throw. Complete to the 21, 25, 26, 27 on the reception is Thon.
Thon has been their leading receiver coming into this game. He had 27 catches.
And that does it for the first quarter of play here at the East Campus Stadium. RPI leads 24-0 over the Alfred Saxons.
It is a fine effort on the part of the Engineers. Yeah, there's been some miscues by the Saxons, but I think Rensselaer's defense and offense have both played pretty well, Kurt. Their special teams kicking game has been good in this first quarter. All three segments of what makes up the team, the O, the D, and the specials, all playing well.
They've capitalized. They've been given. This is what they haven't done in many of the earlier games. When they were given chances, they didn't capitalize on those chances. Today they've capitalized on every chance. Every single one they've scored points, which they hadn't done earlier. RPI scored 24 in the first quarter today. They hadn't scored 24 in a game all year. The most they had was 21 against Utica. It's the highest scoring game already. So everything has gone RPI's way to this point. Everything in this game. Alfred left to right, RPI right to left in this second quarter of play. Seeke's under center, a 2nd down and 6 for the Saxons. Dwyer takes the handoff, has trouble finding room, picks up 2 yards to the 30, and that makes it 3rd down and 3.
Brought down by Jeff McCormick again. As I told you, Jeff has been Rensselaer's leading tackler to date. He's got 36 tackles and 16 solos.
Alfred looking at another 3rd and 3. They are 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions today. Seeke out of the shotgun. Looks, throws, complete. They've got a 1st down this time. Out to the 40, to the 45. Make it the 46 for Phillips.
Best executed play by the Saxons probably all day.
They need just to build their confidence at the moment. Get some plays in, pick up, if they throw the pass, they don't have to go long, pick up 5 or 6, just get a drive going. Do something positive. 13:50 to go here in the first half. 24-0, RPI is on top. Seeke under center on 1st down. DeGivers to Dwyer, breaks 1 tackle, only picks up 1 though.
Darryl Brown's the first guy to hit, and it ended up he was joined for the Engineers by Ray Pasco. One other guy was there too. Zach Scruggs. Pasco and Scruggs actually ended up bringing him down, but Brown had the first initial hit.
2nd and 9, balls at the Alfred 47 for the Saxons. Seeke has a little trouble with the snap. He's got a hold of it though. Throws downfield, overthrows his man. He had Yarns open around the 30 of RPI, but he threw it a little bit too high. Yarns got a hand on it, but couldn't handle it.
Some stats from the first quarter. First downs, RPI 6, Alfred 2. Rushing, 9 for 63 for RPI, 8 for 12 for Alfred.
3rd and 9. 4 wideouts, Dwyer in the backfield. Seeke out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Seeke throws near side, and that was low. Diving for it was Phillips, and he couldn't hold on to it. Part of Alfred's problem right now, very few passes are on target.
It's been that way all afternoon for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the issue. He's got receivers open, but the passes aren't there. Alfred 4th and 9. Girolamo comes out to punt. The first 2 he sent up in the air came down in bad locations. Takes a snap, boots it, and again goes over to the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. At least this one's not as bad. They'll call it out at the 30. 12:50 to go here in the first half of play. 24-0, RPI on top.
For you folks in the area that haven't been up to the new facilities at Rensselaer, the ECAV, as it's called, is quite an upgrade in athletic facilities on campus.
RPI, the first time today, their fifth drive, the first time they are starting on their own side of the field. And a bad snap, and Herman has to dive forward and cover the ball. I have no idea what happened there, but did the ball hit the center's leg as he was snapping it?
Either that or it hit the runner crossing over.
I didn't think it did.
I didn't either.
Hang on, let's see. No, never got to the runner. It was about 3 yards away from the person moving in the backfield. That just came out badly. I have no idea. You can't see from the Jumbotron, but it came out from the center badly. So RPI with a busted play on first down, 2nd and 12. Herman drops back. Now he'll move up ahead. He's got a blocker. Herman's to the 35. Herman to the 40 for a first down at the 41.
And that's the kind of thing Herman's got to do. I asked Coach King that in the interview yesterday, and what he thought about his quarterback running, because some coaches don't like their quarterback running. Not Joe. He said that's one of the best things he does. We got to have him running.
First and 10 RPI at their own 41, 11:50 to go. First half of play, 24-0 RPI on top. The pitch back to the running back, out to the 50 as he barely escapes traffic. That is Strunk on the carry for RPI.
Strunk's a transfer from Northeastern.
Up to the 45, actually.
They canceled football at Northeastern, and Strunk, along with Coach Brian Cerise came back here, and Strunk came as a student.
Could have transferred in Division I. If you kill the program, you can transfer for free in Division I, but he opted to come to RPI Division III. That would have been a free transfer anyway. In terms of free transfer, I mean not sitting a year on the transfer.
Yeah.
2nd down and 6, RPIs. They made it to the 45 on that play. Herman fakes a handoff, rolls left. He's got it complete, but not a first down. It is only out to the 47. RPI getting a lot of people getting action today. It's Nick Weber picking up that catch.
Yeah, Nick Weber. It's the first time I've seen him out there.
He gets to the 47 for a 3rd down play. 13:35 to go over in Union. 14-7, Union is retaking the lead over St. Lawrence. RPI 3rd and 4, we'll call it. Ball's on the 47. Strunk's in the backfield with Herman. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Herman takes a snap. Rolls right. That's the side his tight end was on. Throws. That's complete. That's a first down into Alfred territory. Once again, it's Weber, right? Yes.
Yes.
Weber on the reception. RPI moving the ball well today. Look, they've scored on every possession. They've been giving short. Bob mentioned RPI had 6 first downs to Alfred's 2 at the end of 1 quarter. You have 24 points and only 6 first downs. That's because Alfred giving RPI a short field in most cases, with 2 fumbles and 2 bad punts. 9:55 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 RPI at the Alfred 47. 24-0 RPI leads. Another rough snap, and the ball's fumbled, and I think RPI covered it at the 49. The snap was low. I think Herman was trying to hand off to Caswell. Yes, he was trying to hand off to Caswell, and then the ball got booted, I think, by Caswell's knee because the ball was so low. Yep, that's what happened.
In that first quarter, in terms of rushing, Nick Costa averaged 7.8, Herman 9.0, McCarthy 8.0, and Matt Wood 3.0.
2nd and 12. Strunk in the backfield, 4 wide out formation, 3 left. Herman is kind of looking left, now throws right. Strunk grabs it out of the air, stays on his feet, and picks up 1. That was in the flat. He got back to the 48. He almost fell down when he caught the ball.
He made a nice effort to catch the ball, actually.
Well, if you look at it, he jumps up for it to catch it, and at that point, he almost fell. If he had fallen, he was better off throwing the ball out of bounds or something and pretending like he never caught it.
The rushing for Alfred, Dwyer 6.4, Lopez 0.5. They were minus 21 as a team.
Third down play. Herman straight back, looking to throw. Puts it up over the middle for Burpo. Too far and picked off. Intercepted by O'Brien. O'Brien to the 35, 40, 45, and he's down at the 47, right near the line of scrimmage.
O'Brien's been one of the better defenders today for the Saxons. O'Brien and the safety.
Well, if you watch this, check the Jumbotron. There's 4 Saxons in the area and 2 RPI receivers. And O'Brien comes in. He's the last one in. He gets the tip as he was behind everybody else and then heads upfield. First good fortune for the Saxons today as they have the ball at their own 48, the best start in today's game for them. 24-0, though, RPI still leads. Siki out of the shotgun, rolls left, throws. That's complete for 2 to the 50 on the forward progress to McLeod.
Ray Pasco brings him down on the tackle for the Engineers.
Oh, somebody lost a balloon. Second down and 8 from the 50 for Alfred. RPI with their first turnover on that last possession, the interception off a tip. Dwyer on the handoff on second down, hits one man, gets free, stays on his feet, almost a first down. He's a yard short. Made it out to the 43.
Finally brought down by McCormick. McCormick has at least 3 or 4 tackles that I know of today. As I said, he was the leading tackler for the Engineers coming in. He had 36 tackles, 16 solos. Colin King was second with 35.
3rd and 1, Dwyer's got the first down. Escapes a couple of guys, gets free to the sidelines on the far side, forced out at the 25.
Hasselkus forced him out. The last guy between him and Pater.
First and 10, Alfred at the RPI 25-yard line. 6:40 to go here in the first half of play. 24-0, RPI leads.
This is the first real drive by Alfred, and just like RPI, it was brought about by a miscue. Interception.
Siki out from under center, fakes a handoff, throws, and his receiver wasn't even looking. Phillips never turned to look for the ball. Whether he was expecting it or where the mix-up is, I don't know, but it went sailing right past Phillips, never put his arms up. It is homecoming weekend, and one thing I have noticed is that the VIP section below us is more full than normal.
Dustin Schultz getting a lot of time today in that secondary.
Siki out of the shotgun on second down. Throw near side, and it's incomplete. It was in the hands of Thon, and he couldn't hold on to it, and the ball goes incomplete for 3rd down. He got hit, but the ball was right there. Alfred looking at another 3rd down. 6:15 to go here in the first half. 24-0 RPI on top.
I think Pasco and Tedder were the guys attempting to hit him.
Siki under center. Play action. Gets away from some trouble. Siki stays on his feet, throws end zone, and it's knocked away by the defense. Hasselkus was the man there on coverage. Ball got knocked away. Alfred at the 25 with a 4th down. You need to go for it here.
Nice job by Hasselkus. Stepped in front and swatted it down.
Now, if you think about it, you're in 4-down territory. Siki probably not going to be able to get a first down on the last play, but he had room to pick up 5 or 6. If you were in 2-down territory at this point, the quarterback needs to be thinking that. He threw into heavy coverage in the end zone, but had he run the ball, he probably would have picked up the majority of what they need. And now they have the long 4th and 10 to go. Siki out of the shotgun on 4th down. Looks over the middle, and
Nobody there.
Dwyer, well, I think he was looking for Dwyer, and the ball was behind Dwyer.
Yeah, by about 10 yards.
10's a little bit big, but long enough so that nobody could get to it. It's not where Dwyer was, and then he turned. There was no way you could physically get to that ball.
That's right.
So Alfred turns the ball over on downs at the RPI 25.
Now, Rensselaer survives a miscue. Let's see if they can come back, get back on that positive roll as they were in the first quarter. 6:02 to go in the half. RPI leads it 24-0.
Herman from under center. Gives to his back. That'll be no gain. Is that? Nope, that's not Strunk. That is Marciano.
Nick Clark in on the tackle for the Saxons. Clark, a 6'2", 210-pound junior.
RPI, with all the receivers bunched together to the right, it's a very tight formation. Marciano is in the backfield. 2nd down and 10. Herman rolls to the right, looking downfield, doesn't see anything. Now he'll keep the ball and he'll run out of bounds.
Smart.
He goes out at the 27.
I think that's a very smart move by Herman. Picked up a couple. Everybody was covered. No need to throw it up there. But I do see, to some extent anyway, they're having more success today throwing the ball down the field. Still not the real long ones, but the medium length ones. But they haven't done the long ones very well all year.
3rd down and 8 RPI. Herman drops back. Now decides to run with the ball. He won't make the 1st down. Loses 2 as he's pushed out at the 25. Sent out of bounds by Pieri.
Yeah, Pieri, let's see how big he is. Pieri is 5'10", 220. He grabbed him with one arm and threw him down. Herman's 6'5". That's a big kid. That's a tough kid pulling him down.
Scruggs out to punt. This is the first time he's gone out onto the field for a punt in today's game. Boots it away. That's how you punt. Dwyer calls for a fair catch, and he'll take it at the 28. 4:14 to go here in the first half of play. RPI 24, Alfred 0.
Very nice job by Grubbs, huh?
That's the way you do it. 3 times Alfred has punted. None of those look good. RPI punts once, and that was a very good punt.
What Joe King was worried about yesterday, was I asked him what he heard about the weather. He said, I think it's going to be all right. It'll dry up. And he said, I think it's going to be pretty windy.
Hey, we can't tell. We're all covered up here.
Right.
We have no idea what's going out in the real world, but it does look windy based on the flags.
Yes.
Dwyer, inside handoff on 1st down, 35. Dwyer stays on his feet, makes it to the 40.
Guess who on the tackle? Jeff McCormick. Once again. Jeff McCormick, a local boy. East Kodak with Columbia High School.
Out of the shotgun, Siki on 2nd down throws. That's complete over the middle for a 1st down into RPI territory, all the way to the 43, let's say. On the reception was McLeod.
McLeod's the guy that runs back kicks as well, so he's a real fine runner.
24-0 RPI leads, 1st and 10 Alfred in RPI territory. Here in the 2nd quarter of play. The pass is complete to Dwyer, but he's ultimately caught behind the line of scrimmage and stopped at the 45.
First guy there for the Engineers was Matt Lauro. Matt is a sophomore. He came in with Herman from the same prep school.
2nd and 12 at the 45. Siki, plenty of time to throw. He's got a man far side that's complete and out at the 35. Is that Phillips? Yes, Phillips on the reception to the 35.
Scruggs on the tackle, the Engineers. This second quarter has gone by a lot faster than the first one.
Yes, it has. Ball's at the 35 for Alfred, 3rd and 2. And a direct snap to Dwyer. As Siki was jumping back, Dwyer runs with it, goes right, and he's got a first down to the 26.
McCormick brought him down again with a host of other Engineers, but McGuire really fouls his blocking well, Kurt. Are you noticing that? He really is.
Siki out of the shotgun on first down for the Saxons, trailing 24-0. Pass, that's complete to Phillips. Picks up 9 to the 17.
Covered pretty well by Pasco, but it was a well-thrown ball.
Alfred keeping the offense, not making any changes, keeping the offense out there and rushing to the line. This is working. Time is running down on this quarter, but this is actually working. Dwyer, inside handoff. Dwyer's got the first down. He's to the 13.
And that's Colin King for the Engineers on the tackle. Engineers calling a timeout.
No, this one, is this the Engineers?
I think so. I think they want to slow down this quick snap offense.
That's their last timeout of this first half. RPI's used 3, Alfred's used nothing. 24-0, RPI leads with 1:46 left to go in the first half of play.
Well, recap. Before we do that, though, once again, we'd like to remind you that you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. We also encourage you to go over to the Houston Fieldhouse, maybe get a bite to eat in between and get to the Fieldhouse for the Engineers hockey game tonight with Bentley. 5 o'clock start, early tonight. And then next week, the football broadcast team will be headed to St. Lawrence for a 1 o'clock start with the Saints,
who are trailing Union 14-7 with 3:44 to go in the first half over in Schenectady.
which would really throw the league into a
Well, it gives Union a good position, actually. If Union wins, they're in good position. Their only problem is they need Hobart to lose someplace. They would be rooting for everybody that plays Hobart at that point. Union would also have played 4 games at the end of today. For example, RPI only has 2 league games after today. Union will have played 4 at the end of today. So Union only has 2 games left if they pick up this. So they'd only have to win 2 to go 5-1, and then they just have to root against Hobart the rest of the way.
One of them is RPI.
Yes, one of them is RPI in 2 weeks. 1st and 10, ball at the 12 for Alfred, as there's 1:46 left to go here in the first half. They are at the RPI 12. Fake the handoff to Dwyer. Siki throws. That is short to the 10, down to the 8 for Phillips. That's a gain of 4. Clock still running, 1.5 to go in the half. Alfred making some changes now. Siki now has some questions. He's got plenty of time on the play clock. It's only down to 25. I think Alfred was looking better when they were running the hurry up.
Absolutely. And that's why Joe must have called the timeout.
Siki out of the shotgun, 1:05 to go in the half. Inside handoff once again to the 5. That's a touchdown for Dwyer, and Alfred gets on the board.
Well run play. Fake to the first guy through, turns and gives it to Dwyer, pretty much wide open into the end zone. Siki's 6'5". I didn't realize that.
Eric Rockwood on to try the extra point. TJ Clear is the holder for Alfred. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 58.4 seconds left here in the first half of play, it's RPI 24 and Alfred 7. I'd like to remind you again, you are listening to WRPI Troy with Engineer Football from the East Campus Stadium. Kurt Sutton and Bob Conway on the call for you today.
I would think that Coach King would like to go into that halftime on a positive note. The other thinking might be, they'll just kill 58 seconds, take a couple of knees and go in the locker room. But I just think
I think it depends on the field position.
Yeah.
Remember, Alfred has 3 timeouts. They can stop the clock 3 times. So RPI has to run plays. They can't take knees here. If Alfred can pin them, then RPI has to run plays, and Alfred could be looking at getting this ball back. That was 9 plays, 67 yards, 3 minutes, 15 seconds, an 8-yard touchdown pass for Alfred. Puts them on the board. It's 24-7 RPI. Rockwood kicks the ball away. Wood at the 7, 10, 15, slides. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but he's down at the 20.
Presley, once again, one of the guys there for Alfred. Presley and O'Brien are the two that's really impressed me on defense for the Saxons today. Been in on a lot of plays.
Ball's at the 20 for RPI. 54 seconds left in the half. Herman out of the shotgun. First down. Keeps it himself. 20. Herman, 25. Is Alfred going to call a timeout? Yes. Could have saved 2 seconds if they had thought about that earlier. Could have saved a couple of seconds if the clock operator had actually stopped the clock when the whistle blew.
Perry on that tackle. He's the same guy that threw Herman down with one hand earlier.
The referee is now going to add a couple of seconds onto the clock. Yeah, there a couple of the officials blew the whistle and signaled to stop the clock, but 3 more seconds ran off before the clock actually stopped. So they'll put it back to 45. Yeah, you see, that's the team's not doing well. Alfred scored the last possession, but if you're not playing well, you should have known on the sidelines. If RPI runs the ball and stays in bounds, you need to call a timeout right away. And the Alfred players then looked over and to see what was going on, and they lost a couple of seconds doing that before they finally stopped the clock. Everybody needs to know right away, if the ball stays in bounds, if the ball stays and the clock's going to keep running, then you need to call the timeout. Now they're having trouble fixing the clock. Is that what people are laughing about? No. The game clock is at 4.5 seconds. It needs to be 45 seconds. And that's what the cheer from the crowd is, that the game clock has been set correctly. Good to see it takes very little to please people. Ball's at the 25.
Talk about having an exciting life.
2nd and 5 RPI. Caswell takes the handoff as he went in motion, runs along the 20, tries to turn it upfield, can't. Stopped after a loss of 2, and the clock will stop once again as I believe Alfred's called another timeout.
RPI is just trying to kill this and get in the locker room.
Yes, Alfred called a timeout. Caswell wisely slid. As he was heading out of bounds, he went to the ground to force Alfred to take the timeout. So there's 37.4 seconds left in the half. See, now is where you were talking about the second quarter was flying. Now it's dragging.
Yes.
You spoke too soon. So Alfred is looking to stop RPI in this 3rd and 7 and force RPI wants to keep the ball inbounds. At the very least, keep the ball inbounds and no incomplete pass to force Alfred to take a timeout, and Alfred wants to stop RPI from getting the first down and then try to get the ball back. 3rd and 7, Herman out of the shotgun. Caswell in motion again. This is the late handoff. Costa's got it. Costa, first down. Costa makes it just across the 30, and that'll be a first down RPI. Did Alfred call a timeout? Oh, they're not going to spot him at the 30. Alfred used their last timeout. Costa didn't make the 30. They'll say he was short. You see, now I need the Jumbotron to help me out here. And Grubbs will come out. RPI's not arguing about this. It must be his knee went down. I thought he'd gone across, but his knee may have touched early. There's really no argument from the RPI sideline.
Nope.
Looks like a good call. So it's 4th down, not first down, as I erroneously said, and RPI sends out the punt team. Grubbs gets the snap, gets the ball away. High kick, not a lot of distance. That one goes out of bounds.
About the 48.
It's out at the RPI 49. You know what? I'm going to cut Girolamo a lot of slack right now.
Because of the wind?
Yeah, I think the wind is affecting them a lot more than you and I realize.
I was thinking that after I started looking at those trees out there. They've literally calmed down a little bit right now, but over here, there's still a little bit. But one time they were flying all over the place.
Yeah, our apologies on that one. I think the wind is a lot worse. This is why I miss 86 Field and being on the JEC walkway, because we knew exactly what the weather was like. We were in the middle of it back then. Now that we're in the stadium, we don't know what's going on. 1st and 10, Alfred at the 49-yard line with 25.7 seconds left to go. And Siki throws it up along the sidelines, and nobody's got that one. Actually was overthrown.
Esselkus, good coverage for the Engineers back there. When he says we were in the middle of it, he doesn't mean in a building in the middle of it. He means
in the middle of
it.
We used to broadcast from the JEC walkway, which actually was outdoors. That's where we used to broadcast. So whatever the field conditions were, those were the broadcast conditions. Now we're in this hermetically sealed environment. We don't know what's going on. 2nd down. Siki throws, and incomplete. That was in the hands of Buford. But he couldn't hold on to it. Just thrown a little bit behind him.
Yeah,
and it's incomplete.
He had to turn back.
That makes it 3rd down and 10 for Alfred, but there's only 15.3 seconds left in the half. RPI leading 24-7.
Engineers do not want to give up any kind of score before the half. Momentum is really important, and giving them 2 scores in a row would not be good, even if it was a field goal.
On 3rd down, Siki's got time and throws to the far sideline. That's complete and out at the 36 for a 1st down. Clock stops with 8.9 seconds left.
Nick Herrera, I don't know why he knocked him out of bounds.
Maybe time for 2 plays for Alfred, as they're at the 36. The downs don't matter that much anymore. They've gone to the half over in Schenectady. Union leads St. Lawrence 14-7. Siki throws, and that is short. And granted, maybe the wind's affecting them, but also Alfred's timing is off, because the receiver didn't look at all until the ball was almost there.
He just turned around.
He had just turned around when the ball showed up.
The ball was bouncing in front of him. And that was Thon. That's their top receiver going into today's game. Yeah, he had 27 passes, 400 yards, 5 touchdowns.
2nd down. Well, last play, barring a penalty. Siki looks, end zone, ball's up, and I think it hit the ground. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. The Alfred coaches started celebrating. I thought the receiver had it as well, but the ball came down, hit the ground, and it's incomplete in the end zone, and that does it for the half. They'll go into the locker room with RPI leading 24-7.
Well, that was another throw to Thon. You can see he was surrounded by Engineer defenders, but almost that would have been real devastating. 7 more going into the locker room. But the Engineers, I think, if anyone were to tell us before this game started that the score would be 24-7 in RPI's favor at halftime, we would have had
people would have been partying. Right. Not to knock anybody, but based on what RPI had done so far this season, them scoring 24 points in the first quarter was not where you'd put your money.
They played very well in the first quarter.
And I think one of the keys is that every time Alfred had a mistake, RPI put points on the board.
Exactly.
Every time.
They took advantage of every miscue.
We're going to take a break. It's halftime, and then we'll come back with the second half of play here at the East Campus Stadium. The score after one half of play, it is RPI 24 and Alfred 7. And you're listening to live coverage of RPI Engineer Football on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
Tell me, my friend, which is more powerful?
Y'all ready for this?
Radio is a powerful medium. Music is more powerful. Music can start battles and end wars. Music can heal a person.
Surely WRPI does hold some small place in your heart.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This radio station is a very special place. I don't know if there's anything else like it. Any other radio station like it in the country, in the planet. I will never forget it. Thank you for making it very pleasant for me. This has changed my life. Goodbye and keep listening.
To 91.5 FM, WRPI, Troy.
This is 91.5 FM WRPI Troy, the home of RPI Engineer Football.
Hey, Dad.
What?
I can't get the ketchup bottle open.
Here, let me try. Here you go.
Thanks.
You don't have to be a hero to be a hero. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference. To learn more, call 1-888-200-4005. A public service announcement brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
It's halftime of today's RPI Alfred football game, homecoming weekend also here at RPI. And you're listening to all the football action on 91.5 FM WRPI. Time now to take a look at Liberty League football, what's going on. It's been 2 weeks since RPI has been on the football field. Let's review the scores. That was back on October 2nd when RPI was out at Rochester. RPI, of course, picking up the 17-0 victory. In other league action that weekend, it was St. Lawrence in a surprise over Hobart 24-21, and Union down WPI 25-17. In non-conference action, Springfield defeated Merchant Marine 64-0. Then last weekend, out in Geneva, Hobart downed Union 41-35 in double overtime. Merchant Marine recovered from their shellacking by Springfield and defeated WPI 26-9. And in non-conference action, Utica downed St. Lawrence 31-13. That puts the Liberty League standings at a surprise with St. Lawrence on top with a 2-0 mark. Union's in second, they're 2-1. A three-way tie for third place. Hobart, Merchant Marine, and RPI are all 1-1 on the season. In sixth place all alone, WPI 1-2. And then Rochester's in seventh place in the league. They are 0-2, the only school that's winless both in the league and overall. Award winners in the Liberty League. Let's go back to the weekend of October 2nd when RPI had that 17-0 shutout over Rochester. That weekend, there were 3 offensive.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mike
let's get ready to rumble!
Pump up the jig, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Y'all ready for this?
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to
5 yards, 5 touchdowns, 93 yards.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Welcome to the big show.
Game high 12 tackles, including 2.5 for a loss and a sack. Union, he leads the league in sacks with 5, tackles for a loss with 11.5, and his 10th tackles per game at 2. The other coach defensive week, Michael Hagan from Ukraine, a junior defensive lineman, he had 4 solo tackles and 2 sacks, totaling 17 yards in the win over WPI. The Mariners held WPI to 218 total offensive yards and allowed only 2 successful third down conversions on 15 chances. And finally, the Rookie of the Week in the Liberty League, Stephen Webb of Hobart, a running back. He had his third 100-yard rushing game in 5 appearances, gaining 104 yards on 19 carries in the win over Union. He also caught 2 passes for 16 yards and returned 6 touchdowns for 112 yards. That's an 18.7 yard per return average. Those 6 kick returns are the most ever by a statesman in a single game. He leads the league in all-purpose yards and scoring, and then second in rushing. Okay, action this weekend in the Liberty League. Big game over in Schenectady. St. Lawrence at Union. St. Lawrence 2-0, Union at 2-1. If St. Lawrence wins, they gain control of the league basically, beating Union and Hobart already. And they'll have 3 of possible 6 wins. If Union wins, they'll move ahead of St. Lawrence. They'll move to 3-1, but they won't control what happens to them because of that loss to Hobart. If they end up in a tie with Hobart, Hobart would win the tiebreaker for the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So the question is, can St. Lawrence stay on the winning path, or is Union going to come back after last weekend's heartbreaking loss to Hobart? The other league game this weekend, Merchant Marine is at Rochester, as Rochester's looking to find its first win of the season. And of course here in non-conference action, Alfred is at RPI. We'll take a break and then come back with the Rensselaer wrap-up, where we take a look at what is going on elsewhere in Rensselaer athletics. Big weekend in RPI athletics. It's halftime of the RPI Alfred football game on homecoming weekend here in Troy, and you're listening to all the action on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
You listen to WRPI Troy. You never know what you're going to hear next.
Don't you kid yourself.
I met Andy Warhol at a really chic party.
Michael J. Fox has no Elvis in him.
The loudspeaker spoke up and said,
"Remember that guy, John somebody? He was sort of a...
I got black shoes, I got white pants, I got black sunglasses.
Give up.
Do you know how many time zones there are in the Soviet Union?
It's not even funny. Communism is good.
Shop as usual. And avoid panic buying.
At night, when you're almost asleep, small sounds can be very disturbing. Little wonder, then, what really big sounds can do to your ears the rest of the time.
Direct your attention to the scoreboard just beneath that scoreboard
hybrid CRZ. Someone's going to have a chance to win that today by kicking a field goal. That someone is Ray Pinto from the class of 2010. He's the contestant in the Rensselaer Honda field goal kick contest. A chance to win that 2011 Sport Hybrid CRC. One chance for a 45-yard field goal. Ray Pinto, class of 2010. Let's give him some encouragement.
Can you do like the hockey thing and fall in his ass? He did the hockey thing and fall in his ass, right? He's gonna miss the ball. This is a big break.
Have a nice round of applause for Ray Pinto, class of 2010. And our thanks to Rensselaer Honda for putting up that beautiful brand new Sport Hybrid CRZ. Honda has produced one of the first 6-speed manual hybrids, fun to drive and also environmentally friendly. Check out getahonda.net or stop in and learn why Rensselaer Honda is simply better.
We are near the start of the second half of action here at the East Campus Stadium on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, where after one half of play in the RPI versus Alfred non-conference matchup, it's RPI 24 and Alfred 7. My name is Kurt Sett. I'm here with Bob Conway. We're going to bring you all the action live today. Well, we're bringing you all the action live today on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Before we get started with the second half of play, we would like to thank the Rensselaer Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Also, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As long as we're broadcasting something on the airwaves, we'll provide it for you on that feed. Once again, that is WRPI.org.
And today is part of the reunion and homecoming weekend at Rensselaer. Over 100 events, including this football game, are planned for the alums to come back and take part in. Plenty of parties, plenty of meals.
Good parties or bad parties?
Oh, they're good parties.
Okay, good parties by my definition or yours? Underway here in the third quarter of play. A short kick taken near the 25-yard line by one of the RPI up men out to the 34, and RPI starts out the third quarter there.
Engineers haven't come out on the field yet. Saxons are waiting. The D is waiting for them. It looks like that number 44 I was talking about earlier. He may be the leader of that defense. He used to stop in front of them calling signals.
Ball at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 RPI, just underway here in the second half. RPI up by 17. Herman under center on first down. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws, and is that complete? Yes, complete to the 44. Brendan McGlynn. Am I right on that?
Yep.
Okay.
He's used like 6 or 7 wideouts today.
RPI to the line once again. Call that a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 at the 39. Herman out of the shotgun this time. Costa is in the backfield. 4 wideouts. Caswell goes in motion. Gives to Costa. Grabbed and doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give him credit for that. I don't even think he actually made it. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 RPI.
Number 33 in there very quickly for the Saxons. It's Brady Bonaquisti.
Third and 5 RPI. 4 wideout formation. Single back. Herman out of the shotgun. Alfred moving around a lot on defense right now. Herman takes the snap. Looks downfield. Doesn't see anything. Has to run with the ball. Gets grabbed and he won't make the first down. Caught by the legs and stopped at the 43. RPI sends Grubbs out to punt the ball away. The third punt for RPI today.
Lundqvist in it on that tackle as well.
Gets a clean snap, boots the ball away, high kick, taken at the 29, and Dwyer, who was returning it, went to the ground to hold on to the ball, and he is down at the 29-yard line. 12:57 to go here in the third quarter of play. 24-7. RPI is on top. Alfred with their first possession.
Big series for the Engineer defense now. They need to show what they showed in that first quarter. Second half of the second quarter is pretty much dominated by the Saxons.
Secchi on first down. Fakes the handoff, throws. It was in the hands of his receiver, and it goes incomplete as it went off, I think it's Thon's hands.
Yes, it was Thon.
It's Secchi, pardon me, not Siki. That was my bad in the first half. Secchi. Quickly, Alfred into a 2nd and 10. Secchi under center. Pitches the ball to Dwyer. Dwyer runs left, sideline, stays on his feet. He's into RPI territory, taken down by the legs, and he's out or down at the RPI 46.
Ray Pasco finally gets him. He's the last guy between him and the end zone.
They are underway in Schenectady in the second half, still 14-7, Union over St. Lawrence.
Engineer defense needs a big play.
They'll fake the pass. Dwyer takes the handoff. 45 and stopped. Open field tackle at the 43.
Once again, Dustin Schultz, who's been out there a lot today. Another tackle for Dustin.
Dwyer was probably better cutting inside instead of trying to get the bigger gain outside. 24-7 RPI leads. Second down, throw. That's complete and close to a first down. Out at the 36 is Thon. And it looks like, are they going to move the marker? No. He's a little bit short. He's out. He's between the 36 and the 37. He's about half a yard short.
He was brought down by Colin King. Collins had a very good year for the Engineers this year. He's solid. He's always first or second in tackles.
Third and short. I formation. Dwyer with the handoff. Should have the first down. Line judge is putting him at the 36. And Dwyer should have picked up just enough to keep the drive going. Yep. Markers move on the far side of the field. 11-10 to go here, third quarter. RPI up 24-7 over Alfred.
Corey White tried to hold him back on that play, but couldn't do it.
First and 10 for the Saxons. Fake the handoff to Dwyer, and throwing the ball backwards is the quarterback. Wait a minute, you can't call that an incomplete pass. Secchi threw the ball down. Did he throw that forward or backwards? The referee is ruling that he threw it forwards and then it bounced back. But if that went backwards, that's a lateral. Where's Jumbotron? Jumbotron, give us a clue. I don't think we're going to see it. They're ruling incomplete pass, but I'm not sure if that actually went forward on the pass. That makes it second down and 10. Dwyer on the carry, stopped.
Colin King again.
Right as he got to the line of scrimmage, Colin King grabs him, and he only picks up one. See, now we see that replay. It goes to 3rd and 9 for the Saxons at the 35-yard line. Secchi was looking to throw, and he faked it basically, moved his arm, and then lost the ball. And I really thought it went backwards, and that should have been a lateral. But the referee blew the whistle and claimed that it was a forward pass. I guess when RPI TV puts this on the internet for viewing pleasure, we'll take a look at that one again. Secchi looking to throw, finally dishes it off. He's got a first down to the 20. Over the middle, he got it to Phillips, and Alfred stays alive.
Yeah, he threw in between 3 or 4 defenders. Phillips made the grab.
First and 10 at the 19 for Alfred, 24-7. They trail RPI. Dwyer on first down, got away from some pressure, but then he went to a knee.
First hit by Brown.
Nope, they'll say he stayed. They'll say the knee didn't go down, but he was stopped at the 20, loss of 1. I thought he might have been back at the 22.
Dow Brown was the first guy there, and then.
No, he didn't go down. He didn't go down. He stayed up.
He what?
He stayed. He didn't go to the knee earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking for Jumbotron. 3 wide out formation. Secchi in between his backs. Out of the shotgun. Throws this one short. It's complete to Yarns. Yarns gets very little to the 18, and it makes it 3rd and 9 for Alfred.
Jeff McCormick, along with Ray Pasco, on the tackle for the Engineers. 3rd and 9, big down here.
3rd and 9, RPI up 24-7 on Alfred here in the 3rd quarter of play. Secchi goes under center. 3 wideouts, Dwyer in the backfield. Fakes a pass, hands off to Dwyer, and Dwyer gets to the 15. I don't think that fooled RPI as much as they had hoped. And Alfred is going to send out the kicking team.
Cody Heinrichs pulls him down on that play. It's 4th down. Setting up for a field goal. Let's see if they go through with it.
Kilcar is the holder. Rockwood looking to try what would be a 33-yard attempt. Kind of in the middle of the field. Snap, spot. The kick is up, and the kick is beautiful. 7:42 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play, and it's now RPI 24 and Alfred 10.
Well, Alfred had a nice drive, moved the ball right up the field. And that's the last thing you wanted to let them do as a defense the first series of the second half. They kind of took control, so it's time for Rensselaer's offense to answer. And get that score back, not only to where it was, but a little more.
RPI put up 24 in the first quarter, and Alfred had got 7 in the second quarter and now 3 in the 3rd quarter, trying to get themselves back in it. 12 plays, 55 yards, 5:15 on the drive in terms of time, and a 33-yard field goal finishes it for Alfred.
Matt Wood and Strunk back to get this kickoff. Wood and Strunk.
Wood is the deep man for RPI. Rockwood will get a holder. Boots the ball away. Wind was with him, but not a very good kick. It goes through Strunk, picks it up, Strunk to the 25, and stopped at the 27.
Yeah, that could have been quite a bit bigger gain had he not juggled that ball.
RPI scored on their first 4 possessions for their 24 points. And all 4 of those possessions started on Alfred's side of the field. Since then, they haven't scored. This is the 5th possession since that scoring streak, and they've started all these possessions on their own side of the field. Herman under center, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Costa, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete through the hands of Burpo.
Threw it behind him. Turpo had a turn for it, but he could. I think he still could have caught it. Easy for me to say from up here. But it was thrown behind him to some extent. RPI still trying to establish that down the field passing success that they've done so well over the last 5-6 years.
2nd and 10, Herman out of the shotgun, rolls left. Looking towards the sideline, puts the ball up through Burpo's hands, and it's incomplete. That one was high.
He still should have caught it.
Yes, it was right through his hands. And it's incomplete, makes 3rd down. What happened to the running game?
When the other team's got momentum, you just can't make mistakes like that. Obviously, the young man didn't do it on purpose, but it's a tough time. They're coming back. Have been coming back for about a quarter now. RPI needs some points on that board.
2 wideouts each side. Herman drops back. Doesn't see anything. Now starts to run with the ball. He'll get hit. He's taken down after a gain of 2, and Alfred's going to put RPI in a punting situation. Now that 24-0 lead, it's a 2-score lead, and you're giving the ball back to Alfred. RPI against the wind in this 3rd quarter. They're going right to left, Alfred left to right. The wind is basically blowing south-southeast.
Grubbs back to kick for the Engineers.
Grubbs is at his 15. Good
nice
punt.
Kick.
Nice punt.
Beautiful.
Dwyer lets it bounce. If he's wise, he's just going to let RPI cover that, and that's what will happen, and RPI stops it at the 23. 6:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 24-10. RPI is on top.
We want to remind you you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. Second half has been pretty mostly the Saxons.
Alfred has it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Secchi rolls right, throws, that is complete to the 50-yard line, and Phillips had a little trouble holding on to that one, had to cradle it against his shoulder, but he's able to hold on for a big gain out to the 50.
McCormick brings him down with wonderful catch by Phillips.
Another 1st down for the Saxons. 6:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 24-10, RPI on top. They'll say it's at the 49. I think that was a bad spot. I really thought it was the 50. Hand off to Dwyer. Dwyer gets through the line. Dwyer still on his feet. Dwyer 1st down as he gets to the 39.
McCormick again. Number 22's been very active today.
Markers move. 5:45 to go here. 24-10, RPI on top. Over in Schenectady, 2:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's St. Lawrence 17, Union 14. It's going to be a tight one. St. Lawrence has a better defense by all accounts than they've had probably any time in the last 15 years. And that's going to keep them in games. Out of the shotgun. Fake handoff. Secchi throws, got a man, complete to the 15. Phillips was falling down. He was actually on the ground when he grabbed that one, but he gets it for the completion. Ball's at the 15. Another 1st down for Alfred.
And number 35 for the Engineers. Kukish on the tackle. Engineers just not putting the pressure on the quarterback that they need to. He's just sitting back there waiting to find somebody open.
Once again, takes a snap, looking end zone, and that's a touchdown. 15-yard touchdown completion in the end zone. I think that's Thon who's got the completion, and the Saxons moved to within 1 score.
Engineers had a defender right there, Nick Herrera, but it was thrown perfectly. Wasn't able to knock it down, and thrown a little bit over the receiver's shoulders and caught it and took 2 steps and was out of bounds. Very well thrown.
Rockwood on to try the extra point. Strong leg. Ball's up and good, and it's now 24-17 in RPI's favor.
Well, the tale of two ball games, huh? Engineer offense needs to get going on this series. We're still ahead. You go back up by 2 scores again, that's a good thing.
4 plays, 77 yards for the Saxons, 1:40 for that touchdown. That's being pretty efficient.
That half ended up with Alfred with 167 yards, total yards, and RPI with 165. Time of possession, 14:44 Alfred, 15:16 RPI.
Rockwood boots the ball away. Wood fumbles it, loses it, picks it up at the 12. Wood is out to the 20, running east-west, turns it upfield, and Wood steps out at the 29.
Nice run back by Wood. At the half, Josh Phillips had 53 yards, Thon 22, Andre McLeod 18, and Dwyer 4. And for Rensselaer, Burpo 44, Caswell 20, Weber 8, McCarthy 7. McCarthy's been very quiet today.
Yes, he has.
I mean, they haven't even thrown that much to him.
1st and 10 RPI at the 29, up by 7 now after they were once up by 24. Herman throws on 1st down, threw to McCarthy that time, but it was behind him, incomplete at the 40.
A lot of balls thrown just behind the receivers. That's like 4 that I can remember.
Alfred had that worse. Secchi was very off target in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. RPI's up 24-0 after 1 quarter. Alfred played a horrible first quarter, and RPI capitalized on everything. After that, Alfred's played much better, and RPI has not had any mistakes to capitalize on. On 2nd down, Herman is looking to throw, sees nothing downfield, only a 4-man rush. Finally, he gets hit, and he's pushed down at the 32.
Marcellus Jones was the tackler for the Saxons on that play. Jones, a defensive end, junior. 6 foot, 200 pounds from Lancaster, New York. Jeff McCormick had 9 tackles at halftime.
3rd down RPI. Herman rolling right. Passes towards the sidelines. Incomplete. Incomplete. As Burpo, I think, had the reception or got the ball, but he didn't get a foot in bounds, and it's incomplete. An RPI 4th down, punting away to the Saxons again. Grubbs is out to boot the ball as RPI only made it out to the 32. It's a 4th and 7. Dwyer back at his own 35, awaiting the kick. Low snap. Grubbs gets it away. Good hang time. Dwyer calls for the fair catch. He's hit, and RPI is getting flagged on that one. Dwyer made the fair catch signal, and RPI came in and hit him. Now, he moved both hands. That might be the discussion right now. There's also the potential to be called for interfering with the opportunity to catch the kick because RPI was right in front of him. He had trouble handling the kick. So there's a couple of things going on in this punt return. 3:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 24-17, RPI is on top.
Chaz Pullum.
So the call is against RPI. It's an interference with the opportunity to catch the kick. It's a 15-yard penalty against the Engineers, and the ball will be spotted at the RPI 45.
That call was on Brian Carmody, number 80.
RPI giving a free 15 to the Saxons. So they are at the RPI 45. 3:41 to go, third quarter, 24-17. RPI is on top. Secchi hands off to one of his wide receivers who cut back behind the line of scrimmage, and that was Buford. And he's got a first down as he gets to the RPI 33. Saxons moving the ball very well in the second half.
Yeah, Buford's a freshman from Syracuse, New York. Defense has got to get tough. They're giving up way too much yardage.
First and 10 at the 33. Secchi under pressure, throws over the middle. That's complete to the 25. Grabbed out of the air by Laughlin Pope. And he picks up 8.
And brought down once again by McCormick.
Crowd's also got a little bit quieter here. 24-17, RPI up, 2:55 to go, third quarter. Alfred, 2nd and 2 at the RPI 25. Secchi, quick pass, over to the far side. Phillips has it, grabbed from behind, and he stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Mike Kukish is in on the tackle. Just amazing they haven't picked one of these off.
Alfred has fumbled twice, a couple of bad punts. Tight formation on 3rd and short, and did they make the first down? This is going to be close.
McCormick's there again.
On the carry.
McCormick and Pat Gilreath on the tackle for the Engineers.
They'll measure. First measurement of the day. That looked like Nick Clark who carried it. That can't be right, is it? No, he's out there. Nick Clark is out there, 32. They'll come out to measure. Is this a 4th and short for Alfred or another first down? They expertly move the chains into position. And they're short by a lot more than I thought they were. It's 4th and 2 feet. Maybe a little less than 2. 2:05 to go here in the third quarter. 24-17. Alfred trails in this game. They've got the ball just inside the RPI 24, and it's a 4th and very short. Offense is staying out there for the Saxons. All of RPI scoring in the first quarter. After that, it's been pretty much Alfred's game.
Huge play for the Engineer defense.
Three backs, and once again, Alfred hands off to Clark, and Clark's got the first down this time. He's to the 22, maybe the 21.
Colin King, first guy there on the tackle for the Engineers. The Saxons just continue to grind it out. Dwyer has been most of the game, and now they're going to a few other people in the backfield, but they never really stopped Dwyer that much. He just grinds out 4 or 5 at a time.
On first down, Secchi throws. He's got a man free and picks up a chunky yardage just inside the 15. That one was Schutz, Adam Schutz on the reception.
King again. I think it was Colin King again on that play.
Second down and a little over 2. They'll call it 3 on the board. Secchi pitches to Dwyer. Dwyer's got room. He's got the first down. Stays on his feet. It'll be 1st and goal at the 7. Just a reminder, you are listening to WRPI Troy with RPI Football from the East Campus Stadium. Kurt Studd and Bob Conway on the call for you. 1st and goal for Alfred at the 6-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. RPI up 24-17.
The Engineers need a big play. They need to stop.
Secchi out of the shotgun. Throws to Dwyer. Dwyer escapes one man. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet. He won't escape all those guys, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
We have McCormick there for one. They had Colin King there.
Second and goal for Alfred at the 7-yard line. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Play clock isn't running right now because of the amount of time left. Secchi throws, end zone, touchdown! Alfred pulls to within 1. That's Thon on the reception. And with an extra point, RPI will have squandered a 24-point lead.
Secchi, the receiver was wide open. Nobody was covering him at all. He ran to the just inside the goal line, turned right there. Any of the defenders were behind him.
Kick is up and good with 8 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. It's all knotted up, 24-all. You don't see people waste a 24-point lead very often, but we just saw it.
It's not over yet. Engineers got to come back. Got to do what they're capable of doing.
Well, here's what's going on.
I want to know what happened to the running game.
Well, yeah, it's a tale of two games. When RPI had mistakes by Alfred in the first quarter, they put up all their points, they played on the short field. When things settled out and RPI was back to starting on their own side of the field, we saw the same offense we saw against Rochester 2 weeks ago. Having trouble moving it, once you get across to the 40, having trouble moving it when you get to the midfield. We're seeing that same offense again, and that's what's happened for the last 2 quarters, is basically RPI's had to play now starting on their own side of the field, and then they have a lot of trouble. Ball's booted away as the kickoff goes to Strunk at the 12-yard line, to the 20, 25. Tripped up and stopped at the 27. RPI starts out there. That drive for Alfred was 9 plays, 45 yards, 3 minutes, 32 seconds, and an 8-yard touchdown pass. With the kick, tied it up.
Dustin Power on that tackle. From Cuba, New York, he's a freshman.
RPI's possessions this quarter, they have not gotten a first down. None in the second half. This is their 4th possession. Started out to 34, 27, 29, 27 now. Herman fakes the handoff on first down. Under pressure. Can he get away from it? Whoop, part of his uniform he lost. Stays on his feet. Now he's going to roll to the right side, and he's out of bounds at the 28. Was that the towel he lost?
I thought it was a shoe.
No, he's got both shoes. The quarter ends tied at 24 here at the East Campus Stadium. I don't know what it was, but he lost part of his uniform. Looks like the towel, yes.
It is the towel.
The towel. The defender grabbed the towel as he was trying to tackle Herman, and he ended up with the towel, not Herman. Again, 15 minutes are on the board. Third quarter is done with at the East Campus Stadium, and we are tied at 24, RPI versus Alfred. Over in Schenectady, 10:08 to go in that game. St. Lawrence leads Union 17-14.
Well, this is a new ball game. 15 minutes to go. Who wants it more? Certainly, the Saxons have the momentum right now for sure. But the Engineers are got to realize that we're still in this game. Let's go get it on the board.
The offense needs to move the ball.
Exactly.
To someplace. Hold the ball for more than a minute and a half, 2 minutes. RPI only picked up 1 on that play. 2nd down and 9. It's RPI left to right, Rochester right to left across your radio dial in this 4th quarter of play. Herman, delayed handoff. Marciano has it. Falls down. Flag comes out. It's been a relatively penalty-free game, but that one came out as Marciano was crossing the line of scrimmage, and I think this is against RPI. Yep, holding against RPI. So Marciano's run, which got him 7 yards, will be wiped off the board.
Do you see who called? They called that on?
No.
67, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
67, I think.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yes, that's Brendan Marshall.
RPI is back to their own 18 for a 2nd and 18. Do the math, 18 times 2, 36 they have to get to. Herman out of the shotgun on 2nd down. Scans the field. He's got some time. Throws. McCarthy has it at the 35. That's his forward progress. He got thrown back a few more yards. They'll only give him the 34, really. That might be where he came down. Well, he's close to a first down. Need another 2-3 yards.
They certainly need to go to him. They have not used McCarthy most of the day today. He had 1 catch after 3 quarters for 7 yards. That's his second one. That's not what McCarthy usually does.
Ball's at the 34. 3rd down and 3, RPI. Herman takes it out of the shotgun, rolls right, looking, puts the ball up. Burpo's got it at the 50 for a first down, 45 to the 40, and loses the ball as he falls down. I think RPI's got it. There's still a fight going on down there. Nope, Alfred's got it. Burpo lost it right before he went to the ground, and Alfred's got it at the 36. RPI's arguing right now. Some of the players are arguing that he was down before he lost it, I think, but the officials are not having anything of it. Here we have it on the Jumbotron. Burpo's at the 40. He's hit from behind, and I think the ball was out already. Because the ball's already on the ground by the time Burpo hits the ground. The ball had to have been out. The crowd doesn't like it, but I think that's the right call. I don't see how the ball could have gotten where it was if it hadn't fallen out earlier. Burpo kind of shielded it from our side of the field. So it's 1st and 10, Alfred at the 36, their own 36, tied at 24 here in the 4th quarter of play. Secchi fakes the handoff, immediately gets hit, and he's sacked back at the 22.
Really nice hit by Ray. Ray Pasco really nailed him.
$13:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. Best play on defense by RPI in a while.
Yeah, Pasco come from quite a ways back.
Second and 23 for the Saxons after that sack. Secchi looks, passes short, that's complete, to the 30, to the 35, and still on his feet, and Thon makes it out to the 40. Nice pickup on 2nd and long. It makes it 3rd and 6, which is a lot more manageable.
Tackle made by Mike Kukish.
Yeah, RPI not good tackling there. He got another 5 yards after he should have been grabbed and held up.
They gotta stop him on this set of downs.
4 wideouts for Alfred. Secchi out of the shotgun. Drops back, under pressure, rolls away, gets away from it, throws complete, and that is right near the marker. I'm right on line with that. That's right near the marker. Where are they going to spot that? Yeah, they've got a first down. I didn't see who caught the ball. I think Thon caught it. Looks like Thon had it, but it was right at the 46, and it's a first down for Alfred. That's a good spot. 11:50 to go here in the 4th quarter, tied at 24. Alfred on the move once again. All the scoring after the 1st quarter has been Alfred. Under center. Secchi. Hands off on 1st down. Pickup of about 3 for Dwyer.
Yeah, down there first for the Engineers. It's McCormick again on the bottom. Is he limping? Yeah, he's limping a little, getting up. He's been their best tackler today.
Only 2. Call it to 48. Backs in the eye, second down. Pump fake. Delayed handoff. Taken by Dwyer. Stays on his feet. He's into RPI territory to the 47.
Once again, the tackling. Number 97, Ryan Scott, had him by the legs, and he got away from him. Picked up a couple more.
3rd down and 3 for Alfred.
You hate to keep saying it, but this is another big down for the defense.
Ball's on the 47. Secchi out of the shotgun. He's back there alone. Throws, wide open, far side Dwyer. That's complete. Dwyer's got a first down to the 41.
I don't know why they're not picking that up. They're doing this all the time.
Dwyer came out of he was next to Secchi in the backfield. I don't think anybody picked him up when he moved out of the backfield.
People are going out in the flat.
He waited.
And getting passes all the time.
10:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Tied at 24. 1st and 10 Alfred at the RPI 41. Secchi out of the shotgun with 3 wideouts. Pitches to Dwyer. Dwyer runs right, vaults over a couple of guys, and he's down at the 35. That's a gain of 6. Over in Schenectady, 7:59 to go in the 4th quarter there. 23-14, St. Lawrence leads.
Nick Herrera in that tackle for the Engineers. They don't look like they're fired up out there. They got to get fired up.
Running out of time. Secchi gets away from the rush. Pass is complete to Dwyer, and he stops short of the first down, about 1.5 yards. He waited a little bit before heading upfield. That probably cost him.
Same thing, though. They hesitate for a little bit, hold where they are, go out, and they're wide open. Nobody's even close to them.
Alfred back to the line. 3rd and a little over 1, officially 2, with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They'll tighten everybody up. Dwyer has it, gets away from one man, bounces off him, has the first down. Flags come out. This will be holding against Alfred, I think.
Oh, yeah.
RPI is going to get probably their first break of the second half as we're waiting for the call. The crowd's clapping as it has to be against Alfred. Or at least, I'm pretty sure it is. Rich Campa, the referee for today's game.
On the offense, number 39. The 10-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Holding against Alfred. That was 3rd and 2. They'll be back to the 43. Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
Yes.
43-yard line.
For a 3rd and 12. Four wideouts left. 1 on the right. Secchi in the backfield.
Need the coverage here.
Looking downfield.
Get him.
Rolls right. Under pressure. Hit and sacked.
Good job.
Back at the 48.
There he is again. Colin King. Big hit. And a key time.
That sends Girolamo out to punt the ball away as it's 4th and about 20. Yep, 20.
Is that Chris Perry back there?
Not the regular punt returner. Yes, Chris Perry is back. Matt Wood is listed as the number 1. Perry takes it, singles a fair catch, and he'll have it at the 18-yard line. 7:57 to go in the 4th quarter of play, and we're tied at 24.
Well, we can't say it's been a dull one.
No, can't say that at all.
Still anybody's game. 7:57 to go in the ball game. Engineers and Saxons tied at 24. We want to remind you, you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy.
First and 10, ball on the 18-yard line. 4 wide out formation for the Engineers. And it's delayed handoff. Costa has it and tripped up. Gets 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage. Bonaquisto trips him up. And it'll be second down. Actually, no gain. They didn't even make it. He didn't even make it to the 20. No gain.
I think it's time to get a little innovative or trick playish or something.
Kind of deep in your own territory if it goes wrong.
I know, but nothing else is going right so far.
On second down, Herman rolls right, throws. McCarthy, does he have it? No, he was bobbling it as he went out of bounds. And it'll be third down.
Covered by Presley again. Reggie Presley, deep back from Rochester, New York. And he's a sophomore. He's a good one already, so he's got a couple more good years ahead of him.
Third down and 10. RPI. Herman out of the shotgun. Passing the flat to McCarthy. He gets away from one man, gets away from a second man, and he's got the first down. He's to the 30-yard line.
All right, that's the guy they got to go to. Nice effort by the center, Joe Sens, for RPI. To a nice block in that situation.
Ball at the 31 for a first down. 7:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Tied at 24 here at the East Campus Stadium. RPI versus Alfred. RPI first and 10, 31-yard line, their own. Their worst start, at 18-yard line start, is their worst start of the day on this drive. Pitch to Costa, left, breaks through the line, stays on his feet, and picks up 7.
Nice effort by Costa. Second effort. Just kept churning those legs. Costa's not a big guy. He's 5'6", 175. He's from Yonkers, New York. That's one of those tough places. It's a tough.
Were you imitating the Yonkers accent?
Yes, I was. Yonkers.
Second and 3 RPI. Herman fakes to Costa. Got 2 guys racing after him in the backfield. Rolling right, sideline, throws the ball up. His receiver falls down, and it's almost picked off. RPI is lucky it wasn't picked off by O'Brien. The receiver fell down, but I don't think he touched anybody.
Could have been interference, too.
He was a couple of yards ahead of the defender. I don't think we're going to see on Jumbotron what happened.
Here we go.
Nah, by the time the camera view panned over, you couldn't see if they had collided before that. What counts is in what goes in the record book, and right now it's an incomplete pass, and that's why it's going to stay. Third down, 4 wide out formation. Herman throws over the middle, incomplete. If Courier had been a little bit closer to the receiver, that might have been picked off on a deflection. Instead, it goes incomplete on 4th and 3. RPI sends out Grubbs.
Boy, that was a real big play they just missed. Threw it a little too high.
It's 4th and 3 to 38. Matt Wood is the up man. It's back to Grubbs. Good kick. Nice kick. Dwyer's going to let it bounce, and it goes into the end zone. Touchback ball will come out to the 20. 5:57 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. RPI and Alfred are tied at 24. It was 24-0 RPI after one quarter, and Alfred has worked their way back into this game.
Grubbs has punted pretty well today. After 3 quarters.
Yeah. RPI, what do they got in the fourth quarter? Punt, 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 fumble, punt.
He had 5, 167 yards, average 33, along a 48.
First down and 10 from the 20. Secchi throws incomplete on first down. Threw it at the feet of his receiver, Thon.
Well, he knew he had nowhere to go. People were covered and people were coming in on him. He's a big kid, 6'5".
Over in Schenectady, 4:26 to go. St. Lawrence 23, Union 14.
Whoa.
Union with the ball right now. I think this is a little bit out of date on the live stats. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Zeki hands off to his tailback. Dwyer picks up 3 to the 23, makes it 3rd and 7.
Let's see who that is. Bet you it's McCormick. It is. McCormick on the tackle once again, along with Colin King. Those two have played quite a ball game defensively. Here we go again, another one of those big 3rd downs.
3rd and 7 for the Saxons. Tight end on the right, 3 wideouts on the left. Looks like it's Dwyer. Yep, Dwyer in the backfield. He cuts away. He's free. He throws to Dwyer, but it's low. And cutting in front of Dwyer, almost getting to that one, was Pasco. But it goes incomplete, and now Alfred has to punt.
That would have been a huge interception if he could have made that one.
Is that Rockwood now punting?
Let me see the number.
They might have replaced him earlier. Girolamo had a bad day. That's not a good punt. That is Rockwood punting, and it's going to take an RPI. It's going to be an RPI kick, really, and an RPI bounce as it stopped at the Alfred 43. If Alfred's worst part of their game today has been the punting game.
Yes, it has.
4:59 to go in today's game, or at least in the 4th quarter, and we're tied at 24.
Now, like you said, to some extent, the wind could have been a factor.
I don't think that was a good punt from the start.
No.
RPI starting out on the Alfred side of the field for the first time since the 1st quarter. That was when they got it at the 20 and scored the last time. McCarthy looking for the end around, stopped at the 41 after he picks up 2.
Number 74, Marcellus Jones, on the tackle for the Saxons. Saxons, let's not forget, undefeated, 5-0. Played pretty well all year, and Engineers haven't had the greatest of second halves, but overall in the ballgame, they certainly stayed with them.
2nd and 8, ball to 41. Herman out of the shotgun. Looks downfield, under pressure, gets rid of the ball. That's complete. That'll be a 1st down at the 28
Carmody.
To Carmody.
Brendan Carmody. I'm telling you, the Engineers have probably played 8 wideouts today.
First and 10 RPI at the Saxon 28-yard line. 4:05 to go in the game. 24 all is the score. Herman under center as 3 wideouts a bunch to the left. Carmody alone on the right. Wood has trouble handling the pitch. Grabs it, holds on to it, and he's to the 21.
Nice blocking by the left side of that offensive line. Brian Jones especially on that play. Very effective. Jones and Eric Dinarello really opened up that hole for Wood.
2nd and 3 RPI. A little change formation. The wideouts a bunch together now on the right instead of the left. Wood is in the backfield. Herman, I don't know if he sees the pressure behind him, gets rid of the ball, and to a knee catching the ball, and it down immediately is Weber at the 21.
Reggie Presley, one of the tacklers again for the Saxons.
Third down and 3 RPI. We'll call it 2 on the scoreboard. It's really 3. Ball's on the 20-yard line. 2:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Time is running down. That's a factor now. If RPI can score and not leave Alfred with a lot of time. Costa with the carry. Did he get the first down? Where is he stopped? Nope. Stopped at the 19. Needed to get to the 18, and it's 4th down. Herman looking over to the sidelines. What do they do? Or is there also... Nope, no flag. I thought the referee was going to hit his microphone. It's 4th down and 1 as Herman walks over. RPI going to call a timeout.
Huge decision here, folks. 24-24 with 2:10 to go in the game.
No, RPI is going to call a timeout as the clock is winding down. They want to take as much time off the clock before they stop it. So the play clock is down to 3, and now they'll stop it with 1:56 left to go in the game. RPI takes a timeout to talk over what they want to do on 4th and 1. Tied at 24 here, 1:56 left to go.
Well, what do you do? Let Herman take it himself?
I say yes. Line Herman up under center, have him keep the ball and go. Do that.
So do I.
I would not want to snap it back to him in the shotgun. You're losing yards as you snap it back. I don't want him to hand it off. You might fumble it. Just keep it with Herman and let him run the ball and see what happens. 40 seconds left over in Schenectady. St. Lawrence 23, Union 14.
Wow. St. Lawrence is playing some good ball.
They are. Yes, they are. They played Alfred tight.
You know they have a new coach.
Yes. St. Lawrence, with a win, if they pull that one out, they would be 3-0. And next weekend's game against RPI, not a de facto conference championship game, but if they knocked RPI off next week, if they knock off Union this week, they are totally in control of the conference. They would be 4-0.
Did they play Hartwick yet?
Hobart?
Hobart?
Beat Hobart.
They did?
Yeah. St. Lawrence beat Hobart. RPI coming out on 4th and 1. Single wideouts each side. Costa's in the backfield. Herman is under center. And he's calling a timeout?
What the hell are they doing? What the heck are they doing?
How is this possible? You go over, you talk it over, and then you go back out and you have to call a timeout? Okay, that's the second timeout against RPI in this half.
Well, as we said earlier, this has been a wonderful ball game to watch. Certainly not a dull one, and we want to remind you that you're listening to this great game as a result of on WRPI 91.5 in Troy.
RPI with their second charge timeout of the half. Reminder, RPI versus Bentley. That's a 5 o'clock puck drop at the Houston Fieldhouse. That's coming up on the broadcast schedule. 4th and 1 once again. Herman out of the shotgun this time on 4th and 1. He was under center on the previous play. Now out of the shotgun, has trouble with the snap, gets rid of the ball. McCarthy looking for it, knocked away, no flag. That, you know what? I kind of thought, McCarthy's not arguing. He's talking to the officials, but he's not arguing that much, and RPI turns it over on downs.
Wow.
I do not like that play call at all. I thought they had it right the first time. Herman under center, let him rush to get the 1 yard. Now you've got, well, the ball's in the same place if he had been stopped. But I don't like the pass at all. I preferred him to run it. 1:51 to go in the game. Alfred has the ball at their own 19. They have all of their timeouts.
It's up to the defense now.
Secchi out of the shotgun. Flag comes out. Play clock may have expired. This could be delay of game against Alfred. Looks to be a final over in Schenectady. St. Lawrence 23, Union 14. At some point, those of us who follow Liberty League football will start believing that the Saints can win games.
Well, they've done it the last couple of years. They've beaten some big teams. This year, they've beaten everybody in the league that they've played.
The other Liberty League game is Merchant Marine Rochester. We don't have an update on that one. So we do have St. Lawrence defeating Union. Here it's tied at 24 with 1:48 to go in the game. Alfred with the ball back at their own 14-yard line, 1st and 15. Secchi out of the shotgun on 1st down. Plenty of time, looking downfield, throws and complete, bobbling it and catching it eventually, and stopped at the 20-yard line with Schutz.
Colin King, Nick Herrera in on the tackle for the Engineers.
2nd down and 9 at the 20-yard line. Secchi out of the shotgun. 1:05 left to go. Inside handoff to Dwyer. Gets away from one man, still on his feet. 25, he stopped there. And that makes it 3rd and 4. And who's calling the timeout now?
Tackle by number 21 for the Engineers, not Jeff McClaren. I'm so used to saying that. Ray Pasco.
RPI burns their last timeout. They are hoping to stop Alfred on this play and then get the ball back with some time left. This backfires if Alfred gets a 1st down because you just gave them time on the clock. Of course, Alfred may have taken a timeout. RPI has used all their timeouts today. Alfred has not used any. Tied at 24 with 58.5 seconds left. And again, St. Lawrence over in Schenectady defeated Union 23-14 to go to 3-0 in the conference. Union falls to 2-2, I believe. Let me double check that for you. Yes, Union falls to 2-2 on the season.
Overall,
no, 2-2 in the league, 2-3 overall. 3rd and 4 for Alfred. Secchi out of the shotgun. Plenty of time to throw. Pass complete. No, incomplete. Incomplete as it was thrown to Phillips, but he couldn't hold on to it as he was hit from behind at the 31, and Alfred sends out the punt team. 51.4 seconds left. Clock stops on the incomplete pass.
Nice job by McCormick in there on that coverage. I can't say enough about what game he's played today. I think Colin King's another one.
The punt is away, and again, Rockwood with the punt, not the regular punter for Alfred, and he doesn't get a good one off either. And this is stopped at the 49 of RPI. 41.4 seconds left in the 4th quarter, tied at 24. RPI has it at the 49-yard line.
Well, we talked about effectively bringing back that throwing down the field. Looks like they're going to have to, even to get into field goal position. Either that or work those sidelines like crazy. Offensive line has got to give Herman the time, though.
RPI 1st and 10 at their own 49. Tied with 41.4 seconds left in the game. Herman drops back, doesn't see anything downfield, starts to run with the ball. He's got some room to the 50, to the 45, and out at the 45 with 33 seconds left.
Still the right thing to do. He's got plenty of time.
Second and 4.
Have you seen Caswell in the second half?
Yeah, he's out there right now. Nope, he's not. Pardon me. That's Davis. Rolling to his right and now throwing the ball out of bounds is Herman, as he saw nothing downfield. Now that you think about it, I don't recall seeing him.
And he was big in the first half.
Yes, that's a good pickup.
3 touchdowns.
That was Davis, I thought was Caswell. I only saw the 4 when I glanced briefly. Should have been obvious, but sometimes people don't pick up on the obvious stuff. 3rd down and 4, 26.5 seconds left. Tied here in the 4th quarter. RPI with possession. Herman takes the snap out of the shotgun. Only a 3-man rush. Looking downfield for McCarthy. He's got it at the 20.
All right, the beautiful catch by McCarthy.
Stays in bounds. McCarthy's telling his teammate to rush up. The clock stopped while they moved the chains. Once they're in position, clock starts again. 18 seconds to go. Herman under center. Kills the ball. That was first down at the 20. So it's 15.4 seconds left. RPI has a second down, and now they can talk about this. RPI out of timeouts. Could not stop the clock without killing it on first down.
I told you, he's the guy they had to go to. You know, he's very talented. Especially with Caswell not there. They really were very similar, and you couldn't double the one, leave the other one hanging.
Second and 10, 15.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tied at 24. Ball's at the 20. RPI second and 10. Herman rolls right. It's only a three-man rush, and he'll throw the ball out of bounds. Doesn't see anything he likes on second down. And RPI sends out the kick team with 9.1 seconds left. You've got a third down, but you may not get a fourth. If third down goes badly, you need to kick it now.
Oh, boy. What a game. This is a real nail-biter, folks.
Ball will be at the 27. This is a 37-yard attempt, and Alfred takes a timeout.
You know, I've always wondered how much of an effect this timeout on a kicker. Does it really do much?
I guess it depends on the kicker. I realize it's
I think you're
an
right.
obvious thing to say, but I think some kickers would probably be bothered by it a lot, and other guys wouldn't care.
I was reading an article in the paper this week that showed these three. Notre Dame has a walk-on kicker, holder, and snapper. All three were walk-ons. I couldn't believe it.
Another final in Liberty League. Merchant Marine defeated Rochester 40-21. Rochester's a hurting football program. Again, 37-yard attempt. Now we've got another whistle. You can't call two timeouts in a row, can you? I don't think you can. Alfred called a timeout. That's the NFL where you can't do that. In the NFL, you can't call two timeouts. You can't call a timeouts consecutively. So Alfred calls another timeout. So I was, again, Merchant Marine 40, Rochester 21, St. Lawrence 23, Union 14. So Rochester, I was mentioning, was a hurting football team. They did not play well against RPI.
And a couple of years ago, they were a very good team.
And these things happen.
Yeah.
One time, St. Lawrence was the doormat of the Liberty League. Not anymore. So Alfred takes a second timeout. But going back to the kickers, I think there are some people, they don't like to think about stuff. They would just rather go out and do it. So if you're in that case, the kicker would just rather have to run out in the field and kick it and not think about what they're doing. It just happens suddenly, and they have to just do it, and they're better off like that. Maybe this time we'll snap the ball. And is Alfred going to use their last timeout? Yes, Alfred will use their last timeout. That's timeout number 3. There's nothing else they can do with them. If RPI kicks the ball, they only have 6 seconds left. It's not going to matter. If RPI makes the kick, it's not going to matter for Alfred, those timeouts. They're not going to get the ball back in a position where they can just take some timeouts. They're going to get one play at best after a kickoff. So Alfred has exhausted all their timeouts, tied at 24 with 9.1 seconds left, and RPI getting ready to try a 37-yard field goal.
This is a big play for the Engineers. It could really make or break their season.
Now, finally, we will get this kick. 37-yarder. It's on the left hash mark. Nilsson is a right-footed kicker, has to kick that one away from his body. Wind is with him at the moment. Flag is blowing in that direction towards the East Campus Arena. Snap, the spot, the kick is up, and the kick is good!
Yes!
5.2 seconds left. RPI takes a 27-24 lead on Alfred.
What a huge kick for that kid. Fantastic. Engineer sidelines going wacko. That is a big, big, big pick. They tried to freeze him, but it didn't work.
RPI has to kick off.
Here we go with the handoffs.
Here's what I think Alfred should do. There's 5.2 seconds left. You can fair catch the kickoff. If it's in the air, call a fair catch and take it. Because once you touch it, the play is dead, and you'll have time to run one play. I don't think you should try to run the kickoff back. I think you should try to stop the clock once you touch the ball, or even just down the ball. If you grab it and fall down, you'll get one play. I think they need to get the offense out there for one play, which they should be able to do. That was 6 plays, 31 yards for RPI in 36 seconds, and officially a 36-yard field goal.
If the Engineers can hang on here, it's a huge, huge win for them.
Alfred puts the hands team up front. The ball is kicked away, touched, and Alfred should down it. Nope, they're going to try to lateral this one. They've got it over to the near side, to the 50. Lateral once again. It's at the 47. That's a forward. That was forward. The flag comes out. This isn't going to count as time expires. Alfred's still running the ball downfield. It's loose. The play is killed at the 19-yard line, but one of those laterals moved forward, and that's a flag out there against Alfred, and RPI wins 27-24. We have an injured Engineer on the field, and the official still has to give us the call on the flag, but it looks like RPI's got a 27-24 win here against Alfred. Just waiting to make sure everything's okay.
Is he up?
Well, the RPI wins 27-24. The penalty was against Alfred for an illegal forward pass. Game is over, and RPI's got the victory here today.
What a great game. What a great win for Joe King's team. That's going to mean an awful lot to their confidence. They've won 2 in a row now. And next week they go up to St. Lawrence, play the top team in the league. Really, that's all you can say right now. It's the top team in the league.
Big, exciting day here at the East Campus Stadium, but we have to close this one up as it's time for some of us to book down to the field house and get ready for the hockey game down there. I'm going to run down the scoring. Bob has to pick his RPI Engineers of the game on offense and defense, and then we're out of here. First, RPI got on the board. 11-16 into today's game. A field goal by Nilsson made it 3-0. Then 7:57 left to go. That was 11:16 to go in the first quarter, 7:57 left to go. Herman Caswell on a 7-yard touchdown pass. Nilsson's kick made it 10-0. Then with 3:47 to go in the first quarter, another touchdown. Herman Caswell 5 yards. Nilsson's kick made it 17-0. And then 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Herman Caswell on an 8-yard pass. Nilsson's kick 24-0. That was the score after one quarter. Most of RPI's scoring was in that first quarter. Second quarter with 59 seconds left in the half. Dwyer with an 8-yard run. Rockwood with the kick made it 24-7 RPI at that time. That was the score at halftime. In the third, RPI gave up the rest of their lead. A field goal with 7:42, I believe, is the amount of time left. Yep, 7:42. Lockwood, a 33-yarder, made it 24-10 RPI. And then with 4:56 to go in the third, it was Seki Tuthan on a 15-yard touchdown pass. Rockwood's kick made it 24-17 RPI, and then with 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter, it was Seki Tuthan once again on an 8-yard touchdown pass. Rockwood's kick tied it at 24. It stayed tied at 24 for over. It's actually a quarter and 2 seconds until with 6 seconds left. Nilsson kicked a 36-yard field goal to give RPI a 27-24 lead on the ensuing kickoff return. Alfred tried to lateral it. They sent a forward pass, an illegal forward pass, and then got tackled at the 18-yard line, so it didn't matter. RPI ended up winning today's game 27-24. RPI improves to 3-2 overall, 1-1. Well, they're still 1-1 in the conference. And Alfred falls. They were undefeated. They are now 5-1 overall, and they were number 21 in the nation. They are probably going to drop out of the top 25 in the polls this week after today's loss. Your RPI offensive and defensive engineers of the game.
Offensively, I'm going to go with Austin Caswell, who had 3 touchdown passes caught in the first half. I'm wondering what happened in the second half. I hope he's not seriously injured. We didn't see him. And also, along with Caswell, I'd like to add Peter Nilsson